Well, all right.
Well, all right.
Well, okay.
Well, okay.
Feels like Jazz Grand Prix a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, make sure you dress her in the freshest fit. Get money out of, make them clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Gummy bears, cross with gummy bears, had me geeking. Fresh as fuck polo bears on my boxer skiing. In the middle of the summertime, that shit crazy. Hit the gym, sweat for your health, stop being lazy. 32 in the compact for snake niggas sneaking. Still ain't see the haters, I can feel them niggas breathing. Made a light shine on them when they hit a guy speaking. Speaking on me, I'ma hit your girl this weekend. Yeah. Shooters on my pizza, I'm tripping, but I'm getting cheese. Wanted to be make-believe, but it ain't. My lungs are older than you think. GDP as a youngin' and I'm still rolling dank. Baby looking delicious, I wanna dip it in a tank of chocolate, then lick it off properly. Like whoever looking finna get a show, who's stopping me? Blue lemon on my raw, organic black property. I'm coming up like Mentos in a Coke bottle. Wanna make a Coke, I ain't a reference, but I don't want a fair problem. I'm fresh as fuck if the feds watching. My outfit killed a white bitch, I think I need a Johnny Cochran. I made sure the gloves fit, sipping OJ. She brushed her teeth and tongue with my dick, I came Colgate. Afternoon when Robin, Florida boy Jay, chilling Riverside, few shots, watching my tequila sunrise. I fucked them from midnight to sunshine, smoked it after she climaxed, made a tree climb. Then I'm out, then I'm back to the crib, then I'm out, back to the streets is where I live. Yeah, sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, make sure you dress in the freshest fit. Get money out of, make them clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Yeah. Sometimes life is a bitch. When you meet her, dress in the freshest fit. Yeah, and they get money out of, clutch shots when it comes down to the wire. Yeah. Run it up, motherfucker, run it up.
Yeah, Operation Get This Money Anyway.
Yeah, run it up, motherfucker, run it up. Operation Get This Money any way possible. Niggas going broke, and to me it ain't logical. Whether you got a pocket full of stacks or still in pocket full, stack it to the ceiling. The vacation somewhat tropical. Smoking on that tropical. This shit look like poison though. Damn it, nigga, I don't even ask what it's going for. Yo, I had to do it. I had to.
Yo, welcome. We are here once again, Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 67. We're here. It's me, J Doug, live on Point Network. Don Philly in the building. Gun Nose is in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, Don Philly, what's good? Salute.
Yo, hit the like button, make the like, reflect the viewers. Only 4 people in here so far, so you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep this shit cooking. I know the OG, the internet pops Star, he went live. It was funny, me and Star, we were talking yesterday, we were talking today, and like right when we were about to go live, he sent me a text, was like, yo, I'm about to go live. I had text him right back. I said, yo, I'm going live too. So it's dope because, me and Star, we on the block right now. We on these YouTube streets with the pack. He got one corner, I got the other corner, you know what I'm saying? And we shutting the block down right now tonight, you know what I'm saying? We're making sure, all the troll babies get served, you know what I'm saying? All
bases loaded,
bases loaded, you know what I'm saying? We got the Fent pack on the streets, you know what I'm saying?
We going hard tonight too, so either way you go, you gonna be
And for all the football fans, you know what I'm saying? You see me out here repping the 94 Philly Pardon in the building, you know what I'm saying? We about to drop that merch on you boys, you know what I'm saying? You see me rocking that authentic, you know what I'm saying, 75th anniversary patch.
Okay, that's official tissue.
That's official tissue. You know what I'm saying?
No press and play.
No press and play. No, I don't play around. It's that official Eric Allen 94 throwback shot here in the building. When I show off the jersey, salute to the camera quality, salute J Dope with the camera quality. You know what I'm saying? We out here in 4K. And when I hit you with the drip, you know the shoes is coming up next. So I just want to let y'all know.
Flats.
We wearing the 2019 off-white Nike Dunk Pine Greens.
R.I.P. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Happy Virgil.
You see the shoe, you know what I'm saying? You see the sneaker. This is in my size. Let me see the price on this shoe. This shoe is currently probably about like $700-800. I seen some places $1,100 after he died. You know what I'm saying? You see, we got the off-white tag on it with the infrared, laces, the double lace lock, the Beaverton, Oregon, We got Sukihana, and we call the other girl. I'm calling other girl.
No, thank you. You good.
Y'all call the other girl Booty Hole Brown. And NLE Choppa was on leashes walking around Miami South Beach promoting a new song. And people, the FBAs have investigated and are trying to say that Sukihana is Nigerian because Sukihana in the video says she's Nigerian. So you have a lot of people from the FBA community putting Sukihana on the Nigerians.
No. FBA, no.
Do you need the video with Sukihana saying she's Nigerian?
Because
she said it. She said it out of her. She said it out of her own mouth. So what you gonna say, J Duck?
Yes, I do need that video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
As far as I know, that's FBA. I don't want FBA to get away from that.
All right, hold. Let me
slide that under the door.
This is premium black news. Salute to Elvis and Chef Rosenberg and Star. We got premium black news all over the place right now, and this man is trying to act like Sukihana.
Hey, Lukey. See, FBA, this is the problem that killed me with FBA.
What?
Y'all acting like the white supremacists. Y'all want to separate yourself from other black people.
Nah,
y'all
nigga,
not better,
nah.
bro. That is.
There go the clip.
FBA,
let me know when the clip
that's
comes.
FBA behavior.
Cut the check in the building. FBA cut the check. Loki J, she in the building. Yeah, see, Loki J said she not. And Shakira said she was trolling. Hey, listen, until she come out and say she was trolling, this is real. This official tissue. This is what we're rolling with. Sukihana. Yeah. Load that clip up. Load that.
Because we got a lot of FBA that be claiming they Indian and stuff.
Put that on
we
camera.
Have to make sure
hey, we got 16 people in here, man. Hit that like button. Make sure like viewers hit the cash app.
Yeah, we need y'all help tonight, man. Y'all like, comment. Soon as y'all come through the door immediately, then that boosts us up in the algorithm. Y'all know we got the hottest show on YouTube. Y'all know we the new young niggas on the block. Represent, man.
Represent Duval County, man. For sure. So, let me know when you got that clip. I'm ready to go for the 16 viewers. All right, let's play it. Let's play this Nigerian queen. She wearing the colors green already.
Okay, I don't know. Let me see what she say. Take her back.
And that nigga still appreciate me. I still got stretch mark, but this pussy is all organic, Nigerian, coochie me. Niggas love this cat. Yeah. So fuck all everything. And that nigga still.
Bro.
Huh?
That didn't say she from Nigeria.
Bro, she just claimed Nigeria. Why you moving the goalpost? J-Dub?
That's what I'm saying. She did claim Nigeria. She was trying to say her pussy Nigeria. And that's the only thing ghetto black women know is like the little state. So she trying to say she got some original African pussy. No, let me see exactly.
Play it again.
No, I'm not going to play that. We heard her. I want to look up and see where she from. Let me see what you were born.
Bro, why you going to look up on the internet and not take what she actually said?
She didn't say she from Nigeria.
Salute to
American.
Hold on. Salute to Terrence Hill. This is probably like my third or fourth cousin somewhere. Terrence Hill sent me $5 for the strawberry biscuit and bucked eyes. Salute. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for actually donating. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to remind black people that you shouldn't be shamed in eating biscuits. It's a black tradition eating biscuits. You shouldn't be ashamed of eating a black traditional cuisine like biscuits.
Sukihana is not Nigerian. We don't want to get too far of the show because that's like
right. We won't get too far ahead of the show.
That's how y'all coming in, but no, Sukihana is not.
But before we go too far ahead on the show, I want to mention a few things. We have the Nipsey Hussle is a legend debate between me, J Doug, and a DZ Redline. Salute to Randy in the building. Salute to Take Too Fast, Lean the Trees. I see y'all in the building. Ben 23Y, I see y'all in the building. Those clips are being dropped right now. Part 1 just dropped at 9 o'clock. Part 2 is dropping at 10. Part 3 is dropping at 11 p.m. We have about like 3 or 4 more parts to drop on that. So, you know what I'm saying? Just pay attention. Look out for that. If you see those in your algorithm, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Share. That video is currently sitting at 1,534 views and is projected to do over 2,000 views by the end of the hour. So, saying that, so everybody tapping in. And also, before we continue with the show, J Doug wants to do a versus battle that we're going to have because I talked to I Smoke Hip Hop. We have had conversations. I told him we're gonna, construct this within the next week about how we're gonna do the versus battle. We're gonna host it on his platform. We're gonna, do the live stream and do all that jazz. We're gonna host it. I mean, he's gonna host it between us and J Doug. We might do one tomorrow because J Doug said, J Doug, tell them what versus battle you want to do, me versus you, and who has who. Talk to the people. I'm gonna let you do it because I don't want to be what's the word? I don't want to dictate the narrative. So go ahead.
Yes, I want to do, and I challenge him to a versus Troy Ave versus Nipsey Hussle. I think Troy Ave got more hits than Nipsey Hussle to me, and I think it just all need to be laid out. We're going to see who's the more jammy. You know what I mean? I know who got the most popularity, so I know where it's going to lean. But I think good music will prevail.
Dog said Troy Ave versus Nipsey Hussle. I don't know if y'all are excited about that, because I know I am, because I feel like I'm going to win that battle. So
I'm not trying to disrespect Nipsey Hussle, and I don't think it is disrespect.
I don't think
Nipsey Hussle got the hits. I'm going to play some Troy Ave shit, and I think Troy Ave can get with Nip, and they brought around the same time when they reigned.
Yeah, and I don't see a disrespect because like my platform is called Perspectives and Facts. You know what I'm saying? Perspectives are appreciated, tolerated, and respected here. You know what I'm saying? So just because we may not agree doesn't mean that I'm gonna like down you or like talk crazy. You know, Randy, no, Troy Ave, it's a little LOL there, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it light because I already know what I'm gonna hit this nigga with tomorrow. If he decides that he wants to do the verses tomorrow. So, you know, that's you know, just a little daily announcements before we get hyped.
I'm hyped about it.
Right. Just a few daily announcements before we get into the platform. So, as you know, we've had the women's NCAA national championship game that was played. LSU defeated Iowa. Caitlin Clark, the great white hope from Iowa, who's been my favorite basketball player the last 2 years. She's one of the most exciting basketball players I've ever seen, male or female. Yes, by far, especially in college. Me and my brother, literally, I remember last year we used to we used to find her games on Fox Sports on the Big Ten network, and me and my brother literally like roll up and like watch Caitlin Clark the whole game because she's that exciting to me. We do got, and at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's dope, but they lost. She lost. The black girls from LSU, let me get their names because I want to put respect on the winners' names. I don't want to just talk about.
I know Angel Reese. And
Angel Reese.
Camouflage daughter.
I think her name is
Little Camouflage.
Nah. I think Flaujae.
Okay, cut the check. Here we go.
Yeah, Angel Reese. Oh yes, who's the $2? Thank you for real. Since we all black, who's the Akata bullet bags? I don't know who called bullet bags or whatever, but yeah,
that's FBA. They said that. Yeah.
Hey, cut that check. Hey, yeah. But Angel Reese, she balled out. Know what I'm saying? And Flaujae, like both of the women balled out. Both of them did their thing. And the problem is that Caitlin Clark, you know, she's cocky. She should be cocky.
Uh-huh.
When they played South Carolina, which is SEC and LSU playing South Carolina and LSU playing the SEC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same conference.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa beat South Carolina. And when they beat South Carolina, they were low-key, I won't call it disrespect. They didn't disrespect South Carolina. It's good gamesmanship, right? South Carolina is not a good shooting team. So Iowa was packing the paint, and even Caitlin Clark waved the person she was guarding off, like waved her off, like we're not guarding her, like let her shoot the ball, right? It's not really disrespectful. It's gamesmanship. It's niggas being cocky and confident in basketball, right? Another time when she scored, she hit the Tony Yayo on her opponents, right? Which is dope. Is fire. Like if you watch her, you would think you're watching a white Steph Curry, like a white woman who's Steph Curry. Like she will pull up from 36 and banging on niggas. Like she's very entertaining. A white girl, right? So they played LSU and Iowa was favored to win, right? LSU beat them niggas by like 17 points. And then when it was playing, you seen Angel shoot. You know, Angel was sitting there. Angel Reese was like, hey, this ain't no one man show. You know what I'm saying? She was walking by her. She was walking by Caitlin Clark when the clock was winding down and doing this in Caitlin Clark's face, right? And then she walked by her again and was pointing like to like her ring finger, like Kobe Bryant did when he won his first championship, right? All this is regular. You know, we see guy athletes, you know what I'm saying? We seen Sean Kemp dunk on a nigga and point his finger at people. You know what I'm saying? We seen Shaq dunk on somebody and push the guy on the ground. You know what I'm saying? We seen way more. You remember when Richard Sherman knocked the ball from Michael Crabtree and won the game. And when Stacey Andrews came to interview Richard Sherman for win the game, he started going off like, don't ever try me with a star receiver like Crabtree. Just do everything in your life. Who thought I'd ride on me? Crabtree, mediocre receiver like that. But see, when men do it, it's like, oh yeah, that's hype. That's masculinity. You know what I'm saying? That's vigor.
Men do it with other black men.
It don't matter. What does that matter? You're not playing a black only sport. You're playing a sport where the best of the best black, white, Asian, Hispanic, whoever the cream rises to the crop, right? So that's what you had. You had LSU versus Iowa. Iowa lost. LSU start talking that shit, selling out because they're the winners. They're national champs. But what happened was when Caitlin Clark was doing the Tony Yayo and waving girls off and doing the too small, they were like, oh, she's sassy. Oh, it's empowering. Oh, yeah, she's cooking. But when the black girls did it back to her when they lost, Keith Olbermann called her a fucking idiot. Dave, what was his name? Fauntleroy, he went off on her saying stuff. You had a lot of people of the dominant white society chastising these black women for, high stepping and trouting and, showboating about their win. And the problem about it is why when the white girl did it, it was women's empowerment. It was dope. She was feisty. She's fiery. But when the black girls do it, it's no class. It's ghetto. And not only that, the black athletes, Angel and Flo J, they call that shit out. They're like, yo, we may not fit the narrative. We may be wearing, our 30-inch sweet Brazilian bust down with the lashes and the nails, but guess what? We put buckets up on these hoes. We may not fit the little, cool little white girl narrative. We might not be singing Taylor Swift before pregame. We rap and set it off by Bootsy. It's us. It's our culture. It's what we do. And they came out and put that smack down on them hoes. It is what it is. I like Iowa. I told you, I watched Caitlin Clark for years. I knew more about Iowa and Caitlin Clark than I did about LSU. And I wasn't rooting for either or. I wasn't like, okay, the black team, so I'm rooting for the black team, white team. I told you, I'm a fan of Caitlin Clark. I was just watching a great game. LSU ended up winning. And then you had First Lady Jill Biden talking about, I want to invite Iowa to the White House. Never in the history of pro sports has a loser of a championship game been invited to the White House. But since the predominantly white team lost against the black team, now we want to invite the losers to the White House. No. And Angel Reese and the rest of the team was like declined. They're like, we're not even going to do it. Fuck the White House. We're gonna go to the Obamas. You know what I'm saying? And my bottom line, and also, before we get to the Gillie situation, my bottom line is this. We have to celebrate a lot of these young girls coming to the game. Like the chick Flo J, like her dad was camouflage. She passed. She is a rapper. She was on that one hip hop show. She got what was like the gold mic, or she got like whatever. I think she's on America's Got Talent, but like she, you know what I'm saying? Like they approved her on that shit. She got NIL deals for college, so she's getting money. We have to salute the immensely talented females who come out here and they're not trying to be cookie cutter. They're not trying to fit into the box. They're going to come out. They're going to have their tats. They're going to have their hair done, their lashes on, their nails on. They will get the job done. And I think we need to celebrate LSU basketball team for putting that smack down on Iowa as they should, and celebrate Caitlin Clark for being a good sportsman. When they came at her, tried to bait her into the topic, she was like, yo, they deserve to do that. They deserve to celebrate. They won. We're competitors. This is sports. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, Angel met Caitlin Clark behind the scenes, was hyped to meet her. Like a lot of times, because you have a lot of race play in sports and symbolism, niggas don't know how to act. And what really happened was white people lost and it got out of pocket because this was still a race game to blacks and whites.
Something in there.
You can always throw something in there, J-Dub. Even if it's bullshit.
Everything you said was right. And maybe what I am finna say is some bullshit. But this is how I think. If we think the treatment is unfair, if we think the criticism is unfair, then it's still our fault because we should have the Negro Leagues. We should be hyping up HBCUs and we should be building as a community. To me, you know what I mean? We shouldn't even be playing in their sport. It always should be race. It should be a HBCU versus whatever, what do you call it? PWI?
Private white institutions?
Yeah, predominantly white institution. It should be versus that.
Why though?
Because black people, we need to get our own institutions, man. We sitting here arguing over this mess. Oh, they call her this because we not in our home. When we're not in our home.
What do you mean not in our home? Bro, listen, and why do we always want to say we should do something with HBCUs when HBCUs are known for mishandling funds?
We should do something. I mean, I'm saying we need to get the right black people in place. I know I'm wilding. I say it might be some bullshit. But some people feel what I'm saying. We need to get the right people in place like iCube, the big three, and start owning our own shit to where they don't care about what we're doing.
This is how I feel, right? I hear you. And anytime, you're never wrong when you tell black people to own their own stuff. So by default, you're right. You feel me? But I feel like that argument is way far off from the discussion. Because as a black athlete, right? Blue chip black athlete, I'm going to go to LSU before I go to Jackson State. They got better facilities, better exposure, better competition play. Like these systems and structures have been set in place a long time before a lot of these players came. So at the end of the day, it's all about black empowerment. We should do HBCUs versus this, but at the end of the day, dog, like these athletes are going to come in for a couple years and then they're going to dip. They're coming to get the bag. They're not coming to empower a school that they're only going to be at for 4 years. That mismanaged funds well before these players. It's not the athletes' responsibility to change the course of these educational institutions that's been in place for over hundreds of years. So I hear you, and I do agree that black people should have their own.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying we should have our own, but I'm saying we shouldn't expect. You know what I mean? We should expect white people to get a little frustrated when we come in and win like that. We should expect that.
Which we did, but even when they were trying to say they hit the John Cena, we were like, no, that's the Tony Yayo. That's what we're talking about. Like y'all try to whitewash everything. Like y'all trying to make it seem like these girls, like y'all trying to make it seem like the same thing these girls did was wrong when the Tony Yayo was a black thing, when the waving off, like the thing Caitlin Clark was doing was inspired by black athletes, but it was cool. When the black girls do the exact same thing that the black athletes actually originated, how is the black girl being punished by replicating her own racist gestures in competition, but the white girl is fiery for appropriating the same thing black people just did?
And I feel you, and you right, and I am parallel. I can't talk.
Parallel?
But listen.
You're trying to find the parallel.
I always want to take the opportunity to remind black people, y'all had the Negro Leagues. Y'all had control where y'all could be making decisions on who do what, who could do this, who could do that on the court. We let it go. We gave the control to white people. So anytime we complain about how white people running shit, or how white people calling Caitlyn a queen and all that when she doing a yayo dance, and they call her sassy and this and that, we don't control that narrative because we don't own nothing. You know what I mean? That's just all I'm saying. And even with the Jill Biden thing, white people want their people to win. They know niggas, because listen, they know niggas so athletic. That shit don't even oppress white people. They don't more. They're like, yo, you almost beat the niggas, so come to the White House too. Why? Because that's not the front of their list. They're not oppressed about us shooting the ball. That's not impressive. Let's get to the business.
But see, that's the antithesis. But see, that's the antithesis of black people's resentment in the same space as white people. Because a white person can actually fail up. A white person can have a mediocre to a failing record and still get promoted, as a black man can have 5 winning seasons and still lose his job. The black athletes have to overachieve, and still you want to put the white person that lost in the same seat as the black person, and you wonder why you have race resentment. See, white people want to do stupid shit and then they don't know what the fuck going on. That's the problem with the liberals. You want to do stupid stuff like undermine a whole athletic program and reward just because the white people lost, and it the stories of black valedictorians, and you want to put a white girl who didn't make the same GPA as a co-valedictorian, and you wonder why black people have issues with white people. Black people make their stats every year at their job. Every quarter they make their stats. They're the best salesperson, they're number one on their floor, and then they get passed over for a white person who shows up late, drunk, late on perks, always has an excuse why they can't get the job done. They're going to promote them, and they're going to make you train that person knowing that you're more qualified than them. That's the whole point. When your parents and our parents told us that we had to do twice as hard to work to get half the credit, that's what I'm talking about. And even though I hear what you're saying, that's the issue with black people and white people a lot of times, where you have liberal rights that want to soft shoe and put in their people when they haven't even met the expectation that you set. You set the expectations. The white person that you expect to meet him didn't. The black person you didn't expect to meet him, but you put him in here just to make some numbers, actually met him. Now you want to lower the bar without acknowledging the black person who actually set the bar. We got to lower it and not only are we going to lower it for the whites, we're going to exclude the blacks out of it completely, just like they did with a horse jockey. Horse racing. Did you know that it was exclusively black jockeys who used to do horse racing?
Man, black people used to have their own NASCAR.
Yeah.
We gave it all up. And then we want to complain. This is what I'm saying. In the case of the girl, they all did an amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like black people should have their own. And I feel like this whole madness is be over FBA not getting patted on the back for winning the game by white people. And that's what we really mad about. Let's just keep it a buck. White people didn't pat us on the back for winning, and now we mad.
Nah, it's not. No. That's not what it is. Niggas ain't even mad. White people are the ones who are angry. And all black people are doing is holding up a mirror to them and saying, you did it first and you said it was cool till the black people did it. Now it's a problem. Now all these white people are backtracking, sidestepping, making apology tours, doing impromptu podcasts where they're trying to clean up and talk their chicken jive so they don't lose all their black friends for exposing their racism that you thought were there. All the liberals are getting out of pocket because of this. What this is showing is exposure of white fragility. This is not a black problem. This is not a black issue. This is white people having a problem with getting shown up by uppity Negroes. Go ahead, J. Doug. If you want to segue into
Yeah, we get it to Gillie and Wallo. You have black people at the highest echelons of each sector of life. So save the wine for the dining. Okay. Okay, that must be somebody white. and I don't know if you're right or not, but you I mean, I don't know every sector. I don't know if we got every sector like.
Yeah.
It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them. Yeah, because you don't make the rules. You don't say what is what. See, online complaining from a group of black people is nothing. See, that just happened. They just cut it out altogether. But that don't really move the needle. We not in the room where they make decisions. We gave the decision making up for online complaining. That's what I just want to remind black people. We could be saying who do what. And we know if black people made a decision, we have pit bulls on the court. Y'all niggas be gambling in the corner. We know we'll turn it up. Cause how we run shit. We know how we'll have it lit. Yes, but I know that. But still, we don't make that decision.
We don't make what decision? To
eat nothing. So if we say, yo, you know what I mean? If they say it was good for when the white girl did it, it was good for when the white girl did it. If it wasn't good for when the black girl did it, it's what it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No,
Why
it's not.
We don't run nothing.
It don't matter. But guess what? You know what we ran? That motherfucking basketball game, that national championship. We ran that. It was nothing white people can do to stop that.
No.
Yo, Great White Hope got outbeat, got outclassed, got outshot.
But I didn't know what people care about women basketball like this. But
well, it was lit.
To the women.
It was lit. It broke a lot.
Nobody talk about the men. The men.
Nobody cares.
Men? Why not?
UConn won. They beat Arizona State. Because the female basketball game, the female college basketball tournament was way more entertaining than the men, to be honest. And plus, this year in the men's region, like all the big schools lost, so it's and a lot of people's brackets got busted, so it took a lot of the interest out. And San Diego State lost, yeah.
And why they mad that they can't come to that? Jill Biden want both to come to the White House
because
when black people didn't even want to come to the White House when Trump was in there. So either you care about coming to the White House or you don't.
No, they care when
then why you didn't come when Trump wanted you to come?
Well, no, you can't say that about these girls because these girls weren't even at that school when Trump was in office.
I'm just talking about black people in general.
But you got
team turning it down.
Yeah, because Trump ostracized the black community.
He was like,
people.
Come to the Trump never ostracized.
Listen, bro. Trump did a lot of things to alienate a lot of black athletes. Like when he called NFL people sons of bitches for kneeling and all that stuff. Like Trump did I'm gonna give Trump credit for not knowing how to ingratiate himself with the athletes. It is what it is. Or when you had Clemson football team come there and you had a whole bunch of fast food items for him.
Oh yeah, burgers and shit.
Bullshit. Nobody wanted to come to that. So Trump did himself no favors.
Oh, yeah. Trump did. But still.
That's all I'm saying. And then when you want to say it, it's like this, bro. Like I said before, there in the history of professional sports in the presidency of the United States, there has never been a loser of a championship that has ever graced the stage at the White House. They only allow winners. But the one time the predominantly white teams loses to the black athletes, you want to invite both. That's racism. That's racism. That's racism. That's racism. Was a
smoke signal.
So it's racism
from
right?
the Democrats.
Okay, so but what you're saying is
that's who black people love.
But I'm saying that was blatant racism, right?
No such thing as racism, but that was a sign of no love for you.
Which is all right. So Gillie and Wallo came out here soft shoeing for their jobs at Barstool for their employer and tried to make some statements because they're owner, Dave Portnoy, or whatever this white supremacist, suspect white supremacist, he has made a lot of anti-black comments, dressed up in blackface. He also said he should say nigger a handful of times, and Gillie and Wallo gonna stick beside a man. So Wallo tried to come out and do some cleanup damage, and Gillie was in the back tap dancing and eating butter biscuits and bucking his eyes. Gillie was bucking his eyes, making sure, and all he had, what he say? All he had to say was, "I love the white man."
We love you, white man, but you know, we got to buck dance for these blacks, but damn, why
we
you
love the white man?
You love you, basically. We know you love him, Gillie. And why people always got to come out? Why black people always got to come out and convince people?
I never heard white people chastise black people, and then at the end, be like, "Hey, we love you."
Black people never say
why you they don't know you once you fuck up.
Never said I love you to no black person. They keep it above. That's black people.
Hey, especially not when a black man is in a doghouse when you get in the middle of a nigga wake up call. They don't even know you.
Yeah, because when they get called in for a real money meeting, and that money ain't coming in like it used to, Dave Portnoy ain't in there speaking business to the other white people and business people that he know, then you gonna be wondering where the love at. I said I love you.
Listen, all I'm saying is that Gillie and Wallo, especially Gillie, dog, this isn't the first time I've lost a little respect for Gillie for how he handles himself in the situation. Like when he was talking all that crazy shit about Wayne, and then they had the video of him dapping up Wayne and just walking away. It was like, bro, why you sitting here capping, bro?
Man, Wayne got enough money to get that nigga in touch with his pocket change, probably.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and play Gillie and Wallo tap dance. We can put on the full screen too, because not like this is like $1 million game content, so they can definitely, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we see it on Vlad TV, so everybody's fucking eating off it.
Shout out to Angela Reese, y'all did a great thing. Y'all did y'all thing. Congratulations for being the champions. And I'm gonna say this: we don't stand with nothing that Dave Portnoy said in any type, shape, form, or fashion. We're not in agreement with that. We're not in alignment with that in any way.
That nigga looking like, bruh. Look at Wallo, bro. Look at him, bro.
Wallo looked like he had to tell Gillie, like, we doing this, and Gillie was like, I don't know, man. I don't want to mess up this white bag, you know.
Gillie looked like I've been with the white man all these years, bro.
Gillie looked like I be with the white man, telling him not to trust you niggas.
It's like, bro, why
don't
you
trust them new niggas over there.
This nigga Gillie looking like get out, bro.
Gillie been touching that white bag a little too long. Gillie been touching that white bag for what 3 years?
Bro, Gillie.
He said, I ain't going back to the streets. Gillie said, I ain't going back to giving you niggas advice on the gram no more.
These niggas said, I'm gonna let him say what he got to say, and I'm gonna come with the white
I love you, white man.
That nigga Gillie came with the white cleanup.
Hey, he came up like this. Fire Wallo. I'll be here, white man, on time.
We get another nigga out of prison. It's a nigga coming out of prison every day.
It's another nigga coming out of prison every day.
That's ready to eat. Cause this nigga out here is wild.
Man, Brooklyn Honcho on the chicken, man. Salute
to Brooklyn.
$1 million worth of game. LLC is owned by two people. Wallace Peoples and Fernand Rasier. We do not work for Barstool. We have a partnership. Gillie,
bro, this nigga Gillie like he finna cry.
I knew Gillie was an FBA.
This nigga Gillie like he finna cry, bro.
He's about to cry. He's about to cry them Ethiopian tears.
I finally got popping in this industry after 20 years. You been locked
and Wallo about to send us back to jail.
Damn, Wallo. This nigga don't look like this nigga. You talk about eyes bucking. People always talk about FBA bucking eyes, bro. That's eyes bucking, bro. That's eyes bucking, bro.
We have a licensing deal. 100% ownership is by us. We don't have no bosses. I only got one boss, and that's God. And my wife, whenever I get married. But other than that, that's how we rocking.
You be a boss.
Yeah, you know how that shit. That's how that shit go, cuz. That's how it go. You know, people like Tootie got the control of the money. Well, shut up. Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is, shout out to Angela Reese. You did a great job, young sister. And we're not just gonna stand for that. Like Dave, like for her to be a classless piece of shit because of basketball, you're wrong about that shit.
And we love you, Dave.
We fuck with you, Dave.
But we fuck with you the long way.
You're totally out of pocket for that. You're wrong for that. For a human being to
Thank
be
you, Wallo.
a piece of shit for sports where it's nothing but trash talking and talk, we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that shit. And we're not gonna let you do that to ours. We can't go for that shit. We're not gonna be having that. But shout out to Angela Reese, you did your thing. Shout out to everybody that was involved, all you women. played the ball, had a hell of a time. But we need to be talking about something different.
Shout out to Iowa too. They came up and played hard.
Yeah, they played hard.
Oh, he said, don't forget about the white man. Shout out to Iowa too.
Shout out to the whole LSU. Y'all did a great job. Congratulations, Queens, on your championship. And it's just like that.
Right.
So Gillie whole job was don't forget about the white man.
That's all he did.
That's all he did was remind him about the white man.
That's all he did. And that's why, and Gillie was the same one during the riots of 2020, where he was coming out talking about all lives matter, man. Bucking his eye.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
All lives
he's
matter.
a
You might be able to pull that up.
Nigga.
Yeah, all lives matter, man.
Oh, okay.
Right. If you ain't, if it ain't all lives matter, it don't matter. I love white peoples.
You should have seen that look he gave when he was walking off camera.
Because of basketball.
Salute to Wallo once again. Like I said,
We're
Wallo.
wrong about that shit.
And we love you, Dave.
We fuck with you, Dave.
And we love you,
We fuck
Dave.
with you the long
You're
way.
totally out of pocket
We
for
fuck
that.
with you
You're
a
wrong
long
for
way.
that. For a human being to be a classic piece of shit for sports where it's nothing but trash talking and talk, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that shit. And we're not going to let you do that to ours. We can't go for that shit. We're not going to be having that. But shout out to Angela Reese. You did your thing. Shout out to everybody that was involved, all you women. Played the ball and had a hell of a time. But we need to be talking about something different.
Shout out to Iowa too. They came up and played hard.
Yeah, they played hard. But shout out to the whole LSU. Y'all did a great job.
You see how Wallo gave that nigga the side eye?
On your championship. And it's just like that.
Right.
I can't see it. But yeah, Wallo didn't want to do that shit. Wallo got his eye.
You mean Gillie?
Yeah, Gillie didn't want to do that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna salute, like I said, I'm gonna salute Wallo, man, because Wallo kept that shit real as fuck, bro.
I guess he kept it real. I don't see no big deal. I just don't want.
You don't see,
black
you don't see
people-
no big deal in the what? So all just have context on which you don't see a big deal in.
I don't see no big deal in white people not patting y'all on the back.
That's not what it is.
What is it?
White people are contradicting themselves with trying to define what sportsmanship is by calling out two black athletes for doing the same thing they are documented and praising that same white girl for on the same weekend, days apart. That's like me giving props to Christian McCaffrey, a white running back, for scoring a touchdown and doing the gritty. And then the same game, Saquon Barkley scores the game-winning touchdown in overtime and hits the gritty, and all the white publications are saying he's not showing sportsmanship. This is classless. He's an idiot. It's a thug. Do you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And so it's not a pat on the back. The black athletes, I don't need a pat on the back. I won the championship. I beat the white man. I don't need a pat on the back from the same people I beat. I don't need anything from you. Just don't call me names for doing the same thing the white athlete did. Don't demonize me for the same thing you celebrated the white person for. That's all black people are saying.
Acting so sensitive though, because black people.
You said who's acting sensitive?
Black people, because black people got double standards for white people too, and it just seemed like if the black people say whatever they want to say, they could do whatever they want to do. Pretty much to anybody, especially to white people. But if white people say one little thing, it's like a whiny show.
Bro, but what I'm trying to get you to understand is the people that had an issue. The people that had an issue and the people that are whining were white.
No. White people just talking crazy.
No, they're talking crazy and whining. All black people are saying.
Black people talk crazy all the time.
But listen. In this circumstance, in this situation about the game, white people are whining and black people are saying, "Look in the mirror." That's all black people are saying. Black people ain't whining. Black people have nothing to whine about. We won.
But we know it's not. See, this is what I'm saying.
I just don't want you to paint the black people in the role of being a victim or being the role of crying foul. Black people aren't doing anything. Black people are doing the black people say if this was a race war, black people won that game.
Yes.
They're celebrating.
Yes.
White people say, "Hey, that's not fair." And niggas said, "Suck a dick." That's what happened. White people say, "Hey, that's not fair." Black people said, "Go cry about it. Write it in your journal." That's all black people say. So I don't want it to seem like black people are whining, they're crying, they're in a position of substitute or victimization. Black people are the winners. They're the victors, not the victims in the situation. That's the only reason why every time you say like you're whining or something, I just want to correct it, because the narrative of what's happening online is that the whites are mad and the blacks are just saying, look in the mirror. You celebrated the same thing 12 hours ago when the white girl won the last game. You said it was feisty, fiery, and she's the future of basketball. And the black girls did the same thing that she did to. They didn't say she was a sportsmanship when she did it to the black girls on South Carolina. When Caitlin Clark waved her off, did the yayo to the black girls South Carolina. Why didn't nobody call that out? You didn't hear black people saying, "No, bro, I'm telling you, all weekend, me and all the black people who watched the women's college basketball tournament was hyping up Caitlin Clark." When she was doing that to black people, we were like, oh man, she fired. That's dope. Oh, she a dog. Oh, she cooking these motherfuckers. We were celebrating the white girl doing that. We were celebrating the white girl waving her off for doing too small.
But
because
cool.
Listen, we were celebrating Caitlin Clark doing all that fly high stepping shit because we understand is competition is basketball. Black, white, yellow, green, brown. She's the best player on the court, so she gonna talk her shit. We were celebrating her. White people celebrate. She was dope. Black kids started doing it. We celebrate the same shit. They're raw. They were better today. They gonna talk their shit. It's competition. Let them pop it off. We celebrating them. White people all of a sudden, oh, we have a problem. Stop the show. Oh, no, we're gone too far. What do you mean gone too far? We were celebrating. Y'all when Caitlin Clark was balling. But you know what? We were celebrating on the principle of the better basketball player. Y'all are celebrating because she was a white girl outperforming blacks. And then when she got cooked by the blacks, we're still celebrating on the basketball tip. Y'all getting angry on the same racial tip that y'all celebrated 48 hours ago.
On the racial tip too. It just listen.
No. You can say that because it was a racial dynamic, just like it's boxing. But primarily, like you said, it's women's basketball. The majority of us watching don't give a fuck who's winning. We're just interested in the fact that we're watching a high level of women's basketball. And that's not a shot to women, but to see a Caitlin Clark, to see an Angel, to see these female athletes pulling up for threes, swishing, talking shit, having a level of energy which is entertaining. We are being genuinely entertained by women's basketball. That was the celebration and the point of the women's tournament. Is that it's breaking the men's tournament records, it's breaking playoff games, Super Bowls, award shows, Pro Bowls, All-Star games. This tournament is getting more views than male competition in the pros. That's what was intriguing about this, and it all got lost when some white people took the L. That's all this is about.
All right. I mean, I'm with you, man. Listen, I salute to the women. I'm not, down on the women. I'm just trying to remind people, black people, white people are never going to get on the same page with you unless, white people on the same page with you because they making money either way it go. But they never going to get on page with you as far as like a fan base thing. Until you got to get your own stuff, and then you won't even care what they say.
And I hear you, but I think what black people are trying to say to that is this: we give a fuck about. We don't care about any of that. It was a game to be played. Yesterday, it was a Sunday afternoon. It was a game to be played for the national championship, and LSU won it. Cry about whatever your issue is. Write it down. And read it out to yourself on the way home. There was a game Saturday, or it was a game Sunday. The team the white people were rooting for lost. There's nothing they can do about it. It is what it is. That's all niggas is saying. Stop. We don't care about the greater thing. Oh, niggas get your own. Stop raining on niggas' parades. It was a basketball game. It was a basketball game. And that's what it is. Niggas left it on the court. White people took it outside the court. White people took it somewhere else. That's what I'm trying to say.
But
white
we know niggas can do their thing on the court. Do your thing in the business office.
Stop
do
trying to move the goalposts. Now you moving the goalposts.
No, but anytime it's something happen between black and white, that's when I'm gonna come out and remind black people you ain't built it. You sold yours. So if black people make some rules that don't favor you, I'm supporting it because I want you to get your own. And when you get your own, I'm gonna support that.
And I support to getting your own. But in the meantime, if I win a championship, I don't want to hear anything about sportsmanship, or I don't need you to demonize the black team because it was a black and white dynamic in the championship game. Because
somebody white said they agree.
Sit in politics because they know what it is. They know sports. Like, and at the end of the day too, and what I said on the platform too with Sit in Politics is like, I think we all agree with not everybody is racist who's a different race, and people can understand white people is black people who can understand the outside perspective outside of race, that it was a basketball game. We acknowledge it was a racial dynamic to the game, and the racial dynamic was LSU was a black team, Iowa was a white team. It was two predominantly white institutions. Just LSU was represented by black athletes. That's all it was. So you had certain races pick sides, and you had other people who just want to watch a good game. A lot of people just watched a good game. We didn't care who won. The liberal whites that act like everything was cool, or the conservative whites that act like everything was cool, just a basketball game, showed their racist hand once LSU won.
Let me ask you this.
That was it.
Why y'all what's going on? Why y'all just want to go to the White House? Why we mad about not going to the White House?
Because, like I told you before, for like the fourth time, not just you, but for the audience.
I got Bootsy coming up.
Okay, but yeah. Why we play Bootsy? But for the fourth time is this: never in the history since the 1800s has a losing team in a championship game been invited to the White House.
But we
why? No, it's not all inclusive.
Everything else is all
no,
inclusive.
It's not, because never in the history of sports has a losing team been invited to the White House. So why, after this predominantly white team loses and we all this huff and puff about the black girls doing the same thing the white girl did, why does Jill Biden say she wants to invite the white girls in Iowa to the White House after they lose? Nobody else gets invited. So what I'm saying, her saying that plays into the hands of that narrative. You gave anybody who wants to race bait ammunition to call you a racist and to say it's unfair. So you have to hold white people accountable for falling for the trap, which she did. Is that correct? She fell for the trap by even saying that, knowing that that's an unprecedented thing. And the way the optics look, you're only doing it because a predominantly white team lost to a predominantly black team on the biggest stage.
And that may be true, but I just we doing all inclusive everything else, so whatever, man. I just feel like it should happen. I don't think it should matter. But it didn't matter when you didn't go, when Trump wanted you to go, you didn't care about who. They did. Larry Bird, come get your daughter. Larry Bird, come get your daughter. They did. Larry Bird, come get your damn daughter. They did. They shot in the head. But I don't fault white people for celebrating their people. I don't fault black people celebrating their people.
And there's another thing too, man.
Democrats don't love you.
But but why can't we have, just like boxing, bro? Nothing is wrong with a good old a racial dynamic fight. That's what boxing is. When we get the Mexican to fight the British, or we get the Dominican to fight the black, like we or the World Cup. You know what I'm trying to say? Nationalities and races, we always like to see that competitive thing. That's something that the world, that's what the Olympics is. The Olympics is different nationalities battling each other for top supremacy. There's nothing wrong with that. So why, when we have that in certain microcosms, we can't just shake hands and move along like the athletes who are actually playing do? How come the people in the stands who can't hit a jump shot, if they were standing 0.1 inches away from the rim, have more emotion and things to say than the athletes who actually put themselves in a position to dictate the outcome of the game? Why don't we just take their lead and shake hands, do a head nod, and keep it moving? We don't need to internalize everything off of the optics.
I don't know.
We shouldn't be sitting here trying to victimize ourselves and live through a competitive matchup that deeply to where we have to cry foul because somebody loses.
Y'all won, but now y'all complaining about white people not being nice to y'all after y'all won. Who cares then? White people ain't got to sit here and talk nice. If white people don't like your team, they can call you whatever they want to call you. It's just sports. They're not being personal with it. Why does it matter?
But we already know
people can't call y'all names. Y'all call white people name all the time.
But it's not. They're missing what the point was. Very prominent white people, media outlets, the first lady, like certain white liberals that act like they got a bunch of black friends. Like, we already know there's going to be that subgroup on Twitter. We already know it's going to be racist talking shit. It was the ones that have a platform, or even white, certain Hispanics or certain Asians, just people who are historically there to wag their finger at black people for straw man arguments. exposed themselves and did it again. And all black people said was, dog, we just looked Danny Cannell. We just went on your Twitter, scrolled 6 tweets, and seen you retweet the Caitlin Clark doing the same thing 2 nights ago and saying how this was flair and charisma. We just calling people out for being hypocrites. That's all that was going on.
No, salute. And I'm not saying that,
right,
y'all was wrong, but I'm just trying to
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal. I just feel like, white people don't have to be nice to us. We can just do our thing. I think gonna be on both sides, it's gonna be whatever. And if they want to change the rules and say, hey, we're gonna bring both teams to the White House, America is going a different way. Black people don't kick back when they trying to bring the transgender to the school. Black people don't kick out back about nothing else, But you want to worry about that? It don't matter no more,
bro. But everybody got
the way it's going.
But it was a law passed. Matter of fact, no, because it was even a law passed in I think North Carolina about children's sports to where they're not going to be handing out participation trophies anymore, and they passed because they're like, kids need to know the realities of things, that you're not going to always get a trophy in life, like you're not going to be good enough sometimes, and that builds character. So to compound that, you have student athletes, right, just coming out of childhood, who know the importance that everybody's not going to get a trophy. We're not going to get a 6th place trophy. Okay. And we in America is starting to combat that everybody gets a trophy mentality. And by trying to invite the losing team up there, reiterates a softer, everybody should win type of conversation. And as a proud American, that is not what we need to be showing and representing the country, especially the way that a lot of these other adversary countries are grouping up with currency. The last thing we need to understand and try to get over on the youth is that we all can win and that there's enough room for everybody. That was not what this country built off of. That's not what capitalism is built off of.
I agree with that.
So the last thing you need to do is have the White House acknowledge some fucking losers.
But I'm saying this in perspective of me. I'm a conservative. I agree with what you're saying. But black people, y'all vote for these people that we constantly tell y'all they don't like y'all. They don't fuck with y'all. Why y'all keep voting for these Democrats? Y'all defend Biden, from up to down. Yeah, I got the link right here. So when Joe Biden and them make a decision, hey, I want y'all to stand with y'all people. They said both could come. Black people was, you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden. His wife say both could come now. And that's what black people wanted. Now y'all want to say, oh, no, that's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all voted for. But what's the problem? Trump wouldn't have did that, I guarantee it. That's just all I'm saying. I just like to remind black people, this is what you chose. When you complain about the sports league, if you say, yo, they don't say nothing when she taunt, but they say something when black people taunting, hey, y'all sold the Negro League, deal with it. When you say, goddamn, oh, why you inviting both of us, the white losing team and the black winning team, to the White House? Hey, you was riding for Biden, live with it. Don't sit here and complain now. You was riding with Biden, live with that shit. Black people, y'all was y'all boo. Her and the family, the Obamas, yes, y'all roll with them. Y'all didn't want the other side. Don't act like y'all want conservative shit, but y'all want to vote for these Democrats and liberals and shit, and this is what they think of you. They don't respect you even if you do win. That's what y'all need to see. So let's see how many of y'all be running out to the poll talk about Biden when it's time to vote. The same people. Same black people that have sitting here talking about, oh, why they both got to come? Because that's what y'all voted for. So y'all need to deal with it.
All right.
What about vote for the man?
So what about the black people who didn't vote for him? Can they have a voice and speak on him?
Don't make the one complaining, trust me. 90% of black people voted for Biden.
Okay, so for me, this is what I'm saying. It's a segment of people like me who didn't vote for Joe Biden and knew that Joe Biden grift from the jump.
You should be surprised. You should be expecting then.
No, I am expecting it.
Okay, then.
And what I'm saying is black people handled themselves correctly in this situation and properly schooled and brought up shit. And like I said, it was a 2-for-1 win. Mm-hmm. Not only, it was a 3-for-1 win, actually. Not only did LSU beat Iowa, if you want to say it was a racial game, right? Number 2, they cried about it. and black people just was like, hey, you're contradicting yourself, right? Black people just basically took another W, right? And then thirdly, they kept trying to say it was a John Cena, you can't see me, and they had to be corrected and proven. Hey, make sure, hey, take him off camera, make him show his face or whatever. Yeah, Ellie. Okay, cool.
You coming up?
You coming up, Dave?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. We just don't want any, we've had situations before.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm with you, Florida Boy Jay. I'm just gonna try to explain it in a different way. And so what Florida Boy Jay was saying is like, even if you don't vote for the president still has to preside over everybody else. As an elected official, you can't say, well, this group didn't vote for me, so I can't do anything for them. And remember, sports is a microcosm of society. So it's literally institutional racism when the black people not only do everything that the white counterparts does, but they exceed them, but then they get the same benefits. That's literally what racism is about. So what that message sends is, regardless of what you do, we're just gonna give things to the white people. So when you apply for a job, when you want to get a loan, you might have the credit, you might have whatever it is, you might meet the qualifications.
Okay, let me slow you down right
hold on, now let him get off. Go ahead.
They're always gonna move the goalposts, and you have to remember, sports. And I say sports is a microcosm of society, but that's the reason why we have the Olympics. That's the reason why Russia detained Brittany Griner. Sports has always been about more of American society, and that's why a lot of change has actually come through sport. So if the first lady, think about this, the first lady is basically saying, hey, I know the white girls lost, but invite them anyway. That is just, what's to stop the person, the CEO at Honda dealership, is saying, hey, I know the black person is qualified, but give the white girl the position anyway. That's essentially what's happening. And I think you're getting so hung up on Democrat and Republican, and you're not actually looking at, yes, and that's a very dangerous message. No matter what you do as a black person, we'll just, scoot a white person in there, regardless of your qualifications, regardless if you outperform them. And that is a very dangerous message. Imagine being the valedictorian of your school, which comes with actual benefits, and the principal superintendent says, we'll just give it to the white person.
And that's actually happened before.
Dangerous. Yes, which is why I brought it up, and that's what I'm saying. It's very dangerous, and that for that to come from the first lady, nobody's not surprised. We're just saying, like, hey,
I'm gonna let you
do that. You can't do that in the position of the first lady of the White House.
I got you. Now let me throw this back at you. Then what I'm saying make even more sense. Since y'all breaking it all the way down to an institutional level, then you need a nigga like me to remind you and say, hey, y'all better start building your own, because y'all see these white people don't care whether you win or you lose. They gonna pick their people. So you need a nigga like me and say, hey, y'all should be building your own. Hey, they don't care if you good no more on the court. You better be good in business, because these white people don't care whether you lose or win. But that means a white person come in the league that's just as good as you. She gonna get the sponsorships. She's gonna get the ad deals. She's gonna get the shoe deals over you, even if she a little good, because they don't care about a nigga being good. They're not oppressed no more. So yeah, this is the main time. If what you're saying is true, Dave, what I'm saying is making more sense and what need to be heard. And if what you're saying is true, that they don't care no more whether we good or not, they're gonna pick the white people over us. If that's the statement that they're making, then yes, black people better start building their own, supporting their own, take that same energy that you give to the white-owned franchises and league and give it to Ice Cube and build his, because they don't care if you win.
Let me say this. Okay, imagine you start a architecture firm. You want to be able to get a government contract, right? To quote unquote build your own. What if you meet all the specs, you get selected, and they say, no, we're just gonna give it to my cousin who's white. Like, it's always a moving goalpost when we do try to build our own. So mind you, it's really
You're gonna
hard to
need
build your
government to
own.
buy land and work on it, though. You don't need government to buy
No,
land
you're
and work
missing.
on it.
You keep
You
like
talking
listen.
about getting a
No,
job?
no. But I need you to address what he's saying because he's trying to take the conversation somewhere to make a point.
Yes, for people who want to stay in the dominant society, that will be a problem.
But listen, but it's certain things.
I suggest
what
you
he's
go
saying,
build because white people ain't gonna change
This
that.
is exactly why he said an architectural contract and a government job. The reason why he said that because these are the high. Like, there's nowhere you can go. Like these, like the government jobs type stuff. Like this is a business that anybody can get in, and this is the highest you can go. So what he's saying right there is at a certain point we're eliminating. Oh, niggas need to build their own government as big as the American government. At this point, we're just eliminating that conversation from the discussion and taking a super qualified, highly prestigious job where you can actually work directly with the government, right? So he's putting that there to say you've made it to the level where there's not going to be any niggas in the structure to even battle or put money in the hands of, but you have to compete with white people but you have the qualifications to be employed and get these types of positions. Am I correct, Mike or Dave?
Yes, that's correct. So if you look at Amazon just got a contract with the United States government. If you look at what Kwame Kilpatrick did in Detroit, he was given all these black entrepreneurs multi-million-dollar contracts. That's how a lot of white people build their generational wealth. They get government subsidized contracts. That's what happened with Atlanta. The first black mayor of Atlanta, Maynard Jackson, he made, I want to say it's 35% of all black contracts had to go to black entrepreneurs in order to build the airport. So what I'm saying is we live in a country.
Chicks, hold on. Salute Chicks Smooth with the 10 cash, man. Salute Chicks Smooth, man, for real, man. You already know we in the building, dog. You know, I hit you up this morning, man. Chicks Smooth's out here every day, dog, making a difference in the community, man. We always on the videos. Every time he breaks some shit, you know what I'm saying? We know we gonna cover it, dog. We covering the coverage. Chicks Move outside, man. Salute for that 10. Keep going, Dave, man. I know you cooking right now, bro. You know, I'm letting you get it off because you know what I'm saying, like making some good points.
Yeah, you making some good points, but I want to hear you out.
So what I'm saying is when everybody can't be an entrepreneur regardless of your race. So when you do it, you do need government contracts or you need business or city contracts. If you can't get it regardless of your qualifications, that can hinder you. So you can't build your own. You can't go work for them.
But let me ask you this.
And certain pockets of our community don't have enough wealth to support you. So what are you supposed to do?
You have to figure that out.
And
but
if you look at
you can't build a business in America based on white people gonna be fair with you over another white person. That's a bad expectation for a black person.
But what you're saying is you're acknowledging a ceiling and then asking giving black people the task to figure it out, knowing that there's a ceiling. That's the whole point of the job you brought, where you get to the highest point, but there's still going to be a ceiling. Even if you build, there's still certain things where you're going to have to, like the generational wealth, the conversation they said, there's going to be certain doors that you're going to go through and there's not going to be any black people there, but you're going to ask black people to get the same wealth that white people got. Where you're going to get it from? You can't get it from a community that doesn't have it. If your community only owns
it.
Listen. Well, you're saying black people got it, but but none of these companies are eating 100% off a black dollar to the point to at the level to what he's saying to, okay, I got to get government contracts. I got to work with this people. I'm Amazon. Who's the black Amazon? That's what we're saying. Like, we need things like that. And you're saying build that. And I think we're having a discussion in the same book, just in different chapters. We're agreeing on each other's point, but we're preaching from different verses of different chapters. Like we're talking about something from Deuteronomy, and J Doug is on Numbers.
Yes,
and we're both subscribing to the same religion.
In the New Testament talk about a blessing from the white man, and y'all expecting the white man to be fair with you. And I'm just telling black people that is an unrealistic thing. And anytime a white person is not fair with you, I want to remind you that's unrealistic to think white people is finna be fair with you over their own kind. If that's what you banking on, good luck. But it's best to go say, hey, this is what I control, big or small, build it up. I post something on my Facebook yesterday. The NBA only been around 70 years. And it didn't take 70 years.
75, 76,
It
76,
didn't take
actually.
that long to get it popping. It got popping in probably like less than 40. So we can still be around and enjoy it. We'll be like 80 and 70, but we'll be around
hold
to
on. Let me
enjoy
say
it.
this.
And we can build our own. And we take all the black support that we give to the white man. We get organized. We start to love each other. We start to focus on each other. What the white man doing is a non-factor. We already proven that we better than the white man on the court. Let's
Hold
be
on. Let me
better
say
than the
this.
white
Let me
man
say this.
building.
I would agree with you, but
If we build everything else.
all the black billionaires that we have, they all complain about still encountering structural racism. So just think about that. The handful of black billionaires, Byron Allen, Bob Johnson, I forget the other guy who thought about running for president. All of these billionaires have said they still ran into structural racism.
But
But
all the money they have.
IQ said he just not getting enough support from black people. That's what IQ said.
But you cannot bring up Ice Cube after we're bringing up the Byron Allens and certain people.
Byron Allen got a white wife. He didn't get no racism.
No, listen. We can't.
Come on, man. Yeah, you moving the goalposts to fit the narrative.
Stop moving. Yeah, you moving the goalposts. Every time we bring up
Allen, you know how much salute the Brooklyn Honcho, man.
Where's Brooklyn Honcho?
Y'all supporting tonight, man.
Listen. What we saying is this: like it's like this. It just can't be the goalpost moving, man. Because it's like we say one thing and then you throw Byron around has a white wife. That doesn't disqualify Byron Allen being a black billionaire.
Okay, but a billionaire. Okay. Somebody white allowed him to do business.
But we understand that. But that's the talk.
Opinion, this is what they're saying. So,
Dave, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. What I'm saying is like, where? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
What I'm saying is like, this is not Florida Boy Jay's and ours opinion. These are their lived experience. That's what they're saying. So they're saying, hey, I'm already at $1 billion and I still see a glass ceiling. So if the billionaires are experiencing it, how do you think the brother who's making 65, 50, and 40 is experiencing it? The brother who's making 120, 200 is experiencing it. And so what you're saying is, hey, just stop whining and accept it. But when the people build their own and succeed, they still run into the same structural issues. So at some point, what you're saying, I get it. It's almost like the Elijah Muhammad approach, right? Do not complain, build your own. But even within building your own, you still hit the glass ceiling. And that's the issue.
This is the reality. White people is not going to let you pass them, man. You're going to have to fight. They're not going to give it to you, bro.
But when they fight, you say you complain about it. But hold on. But when we fight, you say
they're not going to put you ahead of their sons. They're not going to put you ahead of their own, man. That's what black people have to realize. White people is not going to ever do what we do.
But what we're saying is nobody is asking for that, especially in this conversation about the dynamic between LSU and Iowa, with LSU winning. And I think the point that we're really pinpointing on is Jill Biden, the first lady, wanting to invite Iowa to the White House, and it kind of symbolizing that you can still lose and we're going to still put them in the same room with you. And all LSU is saying is this: we didn't even ask to come to the White House, nor do we want to. What everybody is saying is the symbolism that you're showing. What I'm saying is deeper than even a black and white issue. What I'm saying, it is an American issue that everybody gets a trophy and you're softening everything up at the worst time possible. And you're trying to send, and on top of the fact, you're doing a backhanded, disgusting gesture, not only to women's sports, but as a first lady, this is dangerous for you to try to break precedent in the women's sport. We got to invite the loser. We're going to break it for the women because women are softer, or even though you lost, you can't take being a loser. We got to break precedent by bringing the women in while you're trying to preach women equality at the same time. You can take a loss just like the man takes a loss. You can brag just like a man. You can over here and do the yayo just like a man can do the yayo. If we put a couple men on this court, you'll probably drop 60 on them. So why am I going to tell you how you're supposed to act in a highly competitive sport? That's the whole conversation of like, we're missing the point trying to take the narrative we want from it and build a conversation around it. And that's what we were saying certain white people with prominence in publications were doing, where you're taking your point and what you've seen out of a basketball game and making this racist statement or making it a double-sided argument, when we're just trying to enjoy a basketball game and we're just surprised that we're all sitting around the crib watching the women's Final Four, because that was the essence of the game. And that's what we need to be more focused on than some type of racial white man can't jump a basketball tournament. Like, it wasn't that. It was some women that are probably going to be in to be honest, that should be able to shift the WNBA, but the WNBA structure is so messed up that it's to me, they need to repair it.
And I feel what you're saying.
Because the only reason why Brittany Griner was over there playing basketball in Russia, because they were paying more. They pay her more money in Russia to play basketball professionally than she gets paid in America. Now, why is that?
Yeah, but people don't really care about women basketball.
Still though.
They don't make that much money commercial. It's all about commercial.
I hear you, but you kind of see what I'm saying though. Like, bro, like you shouldn't be having to go over to your enemy's territory because they're gonna pay you more.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
And you're a professional athlete. We go to the next topic. But Dave, any closing arguments on this topic right here?
Nah, man, great discussion. Y'all keep up the good work, man.
All right, man, Dave, I appreciate you calling, man. Anytime, man, just tap in, bro.
All right.
And
I'm not trying to always take up for the white man, man. It's not about taking up for the white man, but I just say, hey, this is a good time. I just noticed that, hey, they don't even care if we win no more.
Yeah, and also you guys gotta kind of understand, the nuance of conversation. You have to have different sides to a conversation so you can continue it. You know what I'm saying? It's not just gonna be an echo chamber. Even if we might be agreeing with certain facts, we have to have opposite positions to have a debate or have a conversation around things. So you gotta understand that too. What's the next time we got going on tonight? Yeah, we've been cooking. Hit the like button. Make sure likes, fucks, viewers. Episode 67, Respect Podcast. You know what I'm saying?
We going to. We got so much good stuff. We already cooked too. Okay, yeah, Rich Homie Quan. I guess you go to Rich.
All right, man. So yeah, Rich Homie Quan was disrespected by Roddy Rich, and there's a lot of Rich going on right now. You know what I'm saying? It's too rich for me. But it was a song on DJ Drama's album that he dropped, I think last week, and Roddy Rich was supposed to be on the song with Rich Homie Quan and a few other, I think T.I. and some other rappers. And Rich Homie Quan's verse got cut. And Rich Homie Quan called to see why his verse got cut. People he got in contact with told him that Roddy Rich said he didn't want to be on the song with him. So that's when Rich Homie Quan came out and was like, yo, like, I would cook you your whole catalog, like, on some music shit. And this is where we are. And there's more to the story, but we're just leading you to why Rich Homie Quan came out and said what he said. And before we play it and go full screen with it, I would like to say that Rich Homie Quan would cook Roddy Rich in anything. So let's go.
I'm surprised you saying that, but I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Because you a new ager.
A new ager is crazy.
I thought you would just like his sound.
Man, my harder than Roddy. So then they say, well, Quan, I ain't really trying to start no industry. Roddy Rich wanted you off the song. Man, I ain't even met Roddy. I ain't never met Roddy. I ain't even know he felt some type of way about me. But if he do, and since he do, man, Roddy got that box on. I bet he catalog mine on now day. And that's on all the money he got in the bank. I bet 100,000. Let me say this right. I put 10 million to his 1 million. His catalog mine nowadays. Cause you the one that took me off the song. They already said, yeah, it was Roddy's song. Roddy didn't want you on the song, Quan. So Roddy wanted you off the song. Yeah, so Roddy, since you wanted me off the song, man, I go back and forth catalog. You ain't got number that box. All that other man. You can't. I bet you can't do the worst, day, boy. And I stand on it.
Hey, real talk.
Yeah.
Roddy Rich had the fastest fall off. Roddy Rich had the fastest fall off in the industry to me.
Now, I know what you gotta understand, though. Like 2019, like after 2018, hip hop took a weird turn in 2019. When I say this, they pulled like 3 or 4 artists that were just regular artists. And when I say regular artists, like, you know what I'm saying? They were in the game, but they weren't in the game to where like people cared, right? They took Roddy Ricch, Meg Thee Stallion, Da Baby, and I want to say Lil Baby. They took those 4 artists like in 2019 and just crowned all 4 of them the next up in this generation. Like Roddy Ricch was the West Coast nigga. Da Baby was like gonna be the Missy Elliott, Ludacris, animated, you know what I'm saying, type nigga. Lil Baby was gonna be like the next Wayne, Future, whatever, you know what I'm saying, the next generation super Atlanta nigga, right? And Meg Thee Stallion was gonna be like the new Nicki, the new female artist. They had their 4, you know what I'm saying, they had their little Mount Rushmore artists that they thought they were gonna, you know what I'm saying, pop off. And the reason why I say that, because that really felt generic to me. Like when they came, Roddy Ricch with the box, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, like that album, you know what I'm saying, is good, you know, but it was like those are real industry hits. Like it was a real industry push behind those people. And to me, it felt disingenuous, especially with Roddy Ricch. And you say it was a fall off, but the only reason why I'm saying everything that I'm saying, because to me, the fall off was because they were pushed more by the industry than actually built the generic fan base.
And they was fronted on like they was good. And I'm gonna let you. I'm coming into you. Tell you too fast. Give me 1 second.
Oh shit, Tay in the building. What's popping, man? What's up?
Now
man?
You said this before we played the clip.
Yeah.
You say Roddy Ricch ain't fucking with Rich Homie Quan catalog
at all.
Rich Homie Quan got how many classic projects?
Rich Homie Quan.
Got, I'm thinking 2, but
I can say like 4.
I'm thinking 3.
I won't say classic. When we say okay, well, let's say like 4 quality projects, like 4 like. Yeah,
I say what's that one?
We got to find a new word that's not classic, because everything can't be classic.
What's that one we did with he was on the blue cover after the first album?
I Promise I Will Not Lose. Whatever. Yeah, it came out like 2013.
Bro. You talk about
I was down in Orlando. Yeah,
how many hit songs came off that album?
I remember Man of the Year came out. Man of the Year, and that shit was fire.
Yeah,
that the Rich Gang the tour. Yeah,
classic.
Tay, what's popping, man? What's going on, man?
What else he did that was classic?
What up?
What's another Rich Homie Quan album?
Rich Homie, bro. Even the one he did, like I said, the Rich Gang album. The one, even certain songs like Mama Cita, he got Travis Scott, and
we ain't gonna even talk about his features.
Yeah, we ain't even talking about his features. But
Roddy Ricch couldn't white Rich Homie Quan.
Always saying Rich Homie Quan. Before I'm gonna introduce Tay too fast, villain dog. You already know he's regular. He taps in. You know what I'm saying? Tay, what's popping? What's going on, man? You see what's going on right now? Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah.
Roddy Ricch. I'm taking Rich Homie Quan every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? You already know how it was going down. Rich Homie Quan had his run.
Made up too, by the way. They said
it's crazy. It's crazy because like I was rocking with Roddy for a long time. Like I liked his come up. I did think there was like a hardcore like industry push behind it, but I thought it was still like a decent come up. And then like he fell off, and he fell off hard. And I'm gonna just say, yeah, I take Rich Homie over Roddy Ricch all day, every day. But there's a reason why Roddy did that. And he wasn't trying to be associated with Rich Homie with the bullshit that's going on with Thugger right now. So that's what I believe is the reason why he said that and made that call. You don't want to be rocking with Thug and associated with him. So I'm sorry. He don't want to be rocking with Rich Homie because of Thug. My bad.
I think you're saying is Roddy Ricch is cool with Thug, and he don't want to rock with Rich Homie because Rich Homie is cool with Lucci.
Rich Homie's cool with Lucci, and Rich Homie and Thug have beef, and have had beef for a while. Right.
So basically, it's like Roddy Ricch don't want to work with Rich Homie because, like I said, they both on different sides of a deadly beef, and I don't want to work with somebody that if we're in the rap game and you're cool with Lucci and I'm cool with Young Thug, me and you can't do music.
Yep.
And that's pretty much what it is.
I 100% believe that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, Rich Homie Quan, and I said this on Twitter too. I was like, yo, Rich Homie Quan was really the people's champ. The industry didn't support him, but the fans, the people, Rich Homie was supported. Like Rich Homie can still go on tour and pack up like a couple nightclubs. You know what I'm saying? Rich Homie, I'm pretty sure is not like broke. I'm pretty sure he still gets booked. Kind of like even with Fetty Wap, we know it's certain artists that they had a good enough run where like they don't have to be broke if they don't want to. Like they can still get it back.
Rich Homie definitely, and he's getting a bag off not only just like a couple shows he's doing here and there, but he's getting a bag off streaming still, 100%, like without a doubt.
Yeah,
so,
but
yeah.
Oh, Rich Homie. Yeah. Because he got music out. He's been doing his thing for a minute.
With his record label. That record label he was with for a minute.
He couldn't put out music for like 3 years, and that's what slowed him down. That's what fucked him up too.
Yeah, man. Listen, Rowdy. I think Rich Homie Quan shining a light on Rowdy that people didn't really think about. Rowdy really don't got that fire like that. Now I don't think like Rich Homie Quan couldn't have said that like to a Uzi Vert or like to a Playboy Cardi. You know what I mean?
He can.
No, Playboy Cardi got.
And I'm a Cardi, but what I'm saying is this: Rich Homie music. But I hear you, right? But Rich Homie. The good thing about, bro, it's been about 10 years since Rich Homie, 2013, 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them songs is like they age like wine.
Yes.
And because the industry didn't allow him to progress the way he should have, those songs hit harder because we knew how much we was really behind him if he would have really got a fair shot. So it's like when you compare all them other songs, yeah, they go hard. When you hear like Type of Way, you know what I'm saying?
I was just about to say Type of Way.
My nigga,
Walk Through. They played Walk Through for like 5 years straight.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm surprised they still don't play that on the radio.
That's what I'm saying. You hear Lifestyle, like dog.
Lifestyle.
He could not miss. He could not miss.
What he had with that one he had with Yo Gotti?
Oh man.
Like a man with Boosie. He gave Boosie a heat.
Yeah,
I would talk to be.
But Tate, yeah. Tate probably looking at it right. That's what Yo Gotti.
That was a hit. Oh Gotti, he brought Yo Gotti back to life off that one.
That was a crazy hit. I forgot that one with Yo Gotti. That shit was
Milk
crazy.
Marie.
Yeah. Tell him lies. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That whole Thug tape is a classic.
It was I know.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
You ain't a nigga. You say you is.
Come on, man.
Rowdy Rich
singing, dog.
Low key, him and Fetty Wap had like two of like the craziest like year runs. Like this is two like the craziest like 16, 24 months, bro. Where it was like they came out of nowhere and them niggas could not miss. Them niggas couldn't miss.
You know what? As much as like I rock with them, and I don't say this like in a like it's gonna sound negative no matter what. So fuck it. I don't know if they really were like that either one of them were really like superstars like that, like longevity wise. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if they would have stood the test of time, and I think that may have also been a reason why they got blocked the way they did. I think they got shelved personally.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, that Rich Gang tape is I still rock. That is still in rotation. Like that, keep it going.
Was hard.
Young Thug gonna keep it going. That last track, man, that was hard as shit. That was crazy. That Javinci Birdman. Listen, Birdman is a horrible rapper, but one thing Birdman is great for doing is talking fly on the track. Like he's better than Diddy. He's better than Jay Prince. If Birdman can talk in the middle of your track, it's like you ain't got to be saying nothing. But if Birdman say something, but Javinci, that song, go look at it. That was the first song on that album. That he won me over, Young Thug. I'm like, nah, this nigga's something different. Lyricist, artist, that whole tape goes crazy. That's a classic.
Hell yeah. Damn.
Yeah, man. But
I'm gonna listen to that shit tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, put that, bro. Listen, the minute you put that on, bro, and you put on like the first track, and Young Thug switches up from like singing melodic, and he starts rapping, and you hear how fast he's rapping, and you listen to what he's saying, and then you're like the breath control. Like this nigga saying 1,000 words for me. Like how is this nigga still talking?
I'm gonna run down Rich Homie Quan hits. His
run down his
hits. Type of Way, Walk Through, Flex, Ride Out, Tiger, Kid Inc., My Nigga, YG, I Know Yo Gotti, Like a Man, Boosie. That's just what he got. What that one you said, Mamacita?
Yeah, with Travis Scott, Young Thug.
Travis Scott.
On that Days Before Rodeo, that Days Before Rodeo mixtape.
Those are his notable tracks.
Yeah, like I said, man, like that Hate Eye, that Milk Marie, Everything I Got, like that Rich Game, man. Like I said, that Man of the Year. Come on. So all I'm saying is this. we're gonna continue the conversation and what actually happened, because I guess they got on the phone and chopped it up, and they said they all good. It was no beef. It was probably some other stuff going on. But bottom line, one thing I do like about the conversation is that Rich Homie didn't really say nothing street. He kept it on music, and he kind of reminded y'all that no, I would beat these guys in the verse. I'll beat some of these newer guys that you guys try to exalt now. They're better than me. I beat them, and I bet Rich Homie streams went up there because I played some Rich Homie today. Just cause. That's why I went back to that I Promise I Won't Stop. You know what I'm saying? That the album he dropped back in 2013 around like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I was on that one. They got on
that bit like dropped like Black Friday
Bird,
2013. That shit was crazy.
Get the fuck out my face, man of the year. All this shit was raw. I
miss.
can't fuck with you, girl.
Damn.
What WW? What you doing? Blah blah
Bro,
blah.
You think about
Walk
Rich Homie
through.
Quan, August, September, October, November, December 2013, he was like the hottest like nigga coming up in the game. That summer, fall, that end of summer, fall of 2013, especially I was down living in Orlando at that time. Yeah. You couldn't. Rich Homie was that guy. So you got to give him his props, got to give him his respect. And you know what I'm saying? They squashed the beef. Everything's cool. So what's the next topic we got going on? Because I know we got actually no, we don't got no boots. I was about to say I know we got boots. We ain't got no fucking boots. We got the I gotta get the Sukihana. Nah, we gotta get these hoes. We gotta get
Dog, I seen that shit.
See, I think J Dub. See, I'm trying to see why J Dub keep pushing this one off, because I feel like J Dub been out here sidestepping it, because we got into it before and talked about it, but I feel like I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, where is this topic? We need to talk about this, because to me, this is disgusting. This is degrading.
They're trying to say this is not FBA now.
But my thing is this: I don't care about me personally. I don't even care what they represent. That is so far gone to the main point, because the main point is, first of all, it wasn't any NLE Chopper supposed to be some Dr. CB environmentalist protege. What happened with that? He played y'all.
He's still doing his damn thing, but he trying to catch a bag any which way. I feel like he was just doing that shit just to get content, views, likes, and shit. I mean, I think he was really rocking with it, but I mean, obviously, he's switching up. He made out like a pastor.
Hey man, nah, we ain't put Sukihana on Florida. Where's Sukihana from? J Doug did his research. Delaware. Nah, that's Delaware. Don't put that on us, street geeks. He's born in Delaware. Don't put that on our jacket. That is not us.
She was born and raised in Wilmington, Delaware.
Yeah.
She spent her formative years at Creative Arts School and was based in Atlanta, Georgia before moving to Miami. So she just got down
Delaware. Yeah, Wilmington. I ain't never even heard of Wilmington.
Yeah,
Delaware.
that's where Dr. Umar and them niggas be at. That's a Umar body. I think she graduated from.
Wolf.
What is that school?
DMG.
Oh, what's that school? The Thomas Jefferson, Marcus Garvey.
Yeah.
Malik Muhammad.
Frederick
Douglass.
That's our Marcus Garvey.
John Washington Carver School for the
Blacks.
Hey, nigga. Hey, why nigga said she looked like Tracy Morgan in the face today?
Ooh, damn.
No.
Did you smash Suki?
Huh? Yes. What'd you say?
You was smash Suki?
Sukihana?
Yeah.
Let's keep showing. Let's play this clip. Let's make this full screen.
And Ali, how does it feel to shut Ocean Drive down?
Tracy Morgan.
And Ali, how does it feel to shut Ocean Drive down? And Ali, how does it feel to shut Ocean Drive down?
Yeah, and let's play the clip. They were walking, walking dog.
Did
personally?
Did you see the clip where dude got arrested for filming out there? They were filming without a permit.
Who got caught filming without a permit?
Homie that was with Chopper. I'm pretty sure I introduced you to him. I'm not gonna drop his name. I'll text it to you, but I'm pretty sure I introduced y'all. But yeah, he was out there with them. It's a white boy, not the one that you just saw in that clip, the bigger one. Maybe J Doug about to play another clip. I might be able to point him out to you.
All right, yeah, I think I got a feeling I kind of know who you're talking about. But yeah, this is the money shot. This is the clip. This is the one.
This shit's crazy.
Come on, black people. Now y'all know better than this.
That's him right there.
I know I see him.
There, right there.
Yep.
Damn, them titties fake. They just look fake.
Yeah, so as you can see, you know, they are first the city girls, now this Florida women get it together. Street geeks, hey, listen, I'm down. Listen. All right, listen, man. I'm not gonna say too much, but I'm down here. You know, I was in South Beach. All I'm saying is, this is regular stuff. Tate, would you agree this is regular stuff down in Florida on South Beach? Like, this isn't, these people just so happen to be famous. Like, that's nothing that you wouldn't see on a regular day in Florida.
No, straight up, and especially in Miami, like
right. J Doug, you would agree too, right? Being a Floridian.
Yeah, that's it's just sad.
I feel like I didn't
not the ponytail grabbing with the ponytail though.
Yeah, but see, but the main point that we're saying is it's a very degenerate look. It's very degenerate optics. It's like Sukihana. We understand what she represents. She represents being lady of the night. She represents being promiscuous and all that other stuff. But it's like, I think it's a certain line that you cross that when we look at this with Italy Choppa, who was supposed to be the Dr. CB Jr., and now he did the one, you know what I'm saying? He did the 180, or not the one, whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? He just turned around.
No, you was right. 180.
Yeah, he did the 180. Yeah, he did the 180, and he's just looking crazy. You got Booty Hole Brown. I don't know her rap name, but that's what I call the girl in the red. I call her Booty Hole Brown. Salute my guy on Twitter. That's what he called her that the other day, and I'm like, yeah, we got to roll with that. And Sukihana, she already represents degeneracy, and she's pretty funny. She's a personality, but I think it also has to come to a point where there has to be maybe lines drawn. But at the same time, I think that people are going to play the roles that they have to play. And then you seen the video where she said she sold her soul to the devil. You seen that one? And she said she ain't got no choice.
Acting like it. And salute to Lil Mama. Lil Mama.
Oh, Lil Mama, yeah, Lil Mama
calling her out on, you know what I mean?
I can read
on
it.
This man. Go ahead.
Lil Mama tagged Sukihana, and me, Lil Mama's a clout chaser.
Oh damn!
Okay, Lil Mama. Lil Mama, listen, you talking about the same person who ran up and you thought you.
Oh yeah, she started clout chasing. Oh yeah, she started clout chasing. But
you thought she was Hove, nigga.
But when that type of clout chasing was going on, you got punished.
That's like the Michael Jordan symbolism of clout chasing. That is like that's if you can say anything kicked off clout chasing is that is the definition of clout chasing.
I forgot about that,
bro. Tay, if there's no bigger definition of clout chasing, what would you call that?
Yeah, but Jay-Z was mad.
I mean, yeah, he was mad as shit.
Bro, they just showed a video of her hugging Alicia Keys like last week. Now she want to come out here and chastise somebody else for clout chasing, nigga. All right, let me read this.
Oh yeah,
Lil Mama at Sukihana go, hey, what up, sis? I know we don't know each other personally. I'm seeing you wrote a post addressing me, and I never addressed you personally. You could have been any black woman in that video I posted a comment under. The way I feel still stands. I feel like women these days will know better and still play a role setting us back centuries. The only reason I deleted my comment was because I didn't want to offend you and anyone else partaking in that disturbing clip. I don't know about you, but I don't want our daughters to remember us like this or feel that they need to do this to survive, and that's the excuse anybody comes up with in 2023. That's cap.
Now,
Hold up.
I do
Why
feel
she
what
spell
you're saying.
back like that?
Yeah, she was weak with it. She was like, "Oh, I didn't want to offend."
Because-
That's the problem with black women. Listen, football day. They always saying why black men talking about black women. Black men shouldn't be talking about black women. But when we leave y'all to correct yourselves, this is how y'all do it, and the foolishness never stops.
You know what? Same. Remember when Monique came out and was like, "Hey,
yeah,
love."
black. Nobody can't criticize black women.
Remember Monique came out. She was like, "Hey, love. Can y'all just stop going out in public with y'all like bonnets on? You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't do that. I don't think that represents us well." Remember when she came in and all the black women attacked her and just like went crazy on her, and she was being very nice and sweet, and they just start saying, "Oh yeah, didn't open on niggas," and it was like, bro, I mean, I forget Monique have charm school, like, I mean, Monique has been, I mean, come on, like, why?
I mean, that's just how it is, though. Like, and
it's like Monique has done enough and has been a positive representation of black women to the point where you would love for a Monique to come out and give you a message like, "Can you just stop wearing bonnets out?" And instead of you being like, "You know what, Auntie, you right. Auntie, you right. I got you. I got," just like if Auntie came and was like, hey, baby, come here. Pull your pants up. We don't need to see your boxers.
Auntie, you full of shit. You being a man. I ain't pulling shit up. We gonna we gonna pull our shit up right then and pull our shit back down.
So when you got a Lil Mama coming out being like, hey yo sis, you know what I'm saying? You know, just tighten up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to fin you up, but you know what I'm saying? Just, you know,
oh, my man and your man phone.
Nah, and she said that shit. She was like, she think just because she performed with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, she can talk down to me. And that's what's funny about Sukihana. Like, Sukihana's still trolling. Like, that's why she said that shit. She was like, man, nigga, like, come on, bro, stop the cap.
I mean, I honestly think you also got to recognize when people really don't give a fuck. And like, I respect Lil Mama for what she said and shit, but it's like, I feel like she should have known from jump they wasn't finna listen to that.
Yeah, that's why I say Lil Mama was a clout chaser when we jumped off. Go ahead, J.
I'm gonna throw y'all something. You 100% right, Tay. You 100% right, Tay. See, black people got more smoke for Candace Owens than y'all got for Sukihana. See, Candace Owens ain't out here making you look a fool. Candace Owens is out here telling the truth and trying to tell y'all niggas what the real issues is, but y'all hate her. But see, y'all won't even correct Sukihana. That's why people don't take you niggas serious.
You know, though, the other thing too, I just really feel like across the board with, like, you know, just how black people respond to certain shit sometimes. It's like, if you nice or whatever, everybody's just gonna fucking snap on you or make fun of you, no matter what. Whether you speaking facts, whether you talking a bunch of bullshit, whether you talking regular. If you ain't like popping off and snapping on somebody, damn near like majority of people don't want to listen to you whatsoever.
Exactly.
It's like, why do you got to talk to niggas sideways just to get some like subordinates?
For real, you gotta like straight up damn near disrespect somebody's mama to get them to like listen.
Yeah, to get some real response, but you playing with your damn life.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's grounds to kill. You talking about my mama, bro? They'll be in court.
It's like, why do I have to assert myself aggressively to get some compliance for the greater good of whatever we're doing that's bigger than us as a collective?
Hell yeah, because
that's sometimes the
I'm
environment.
Sick of it.
But with Suki,
it's hypocritical, bro. Y'all got more. I want you to marinate on that. They got more smoke for Candace Owens, bro.
You know why?
What did Candace Owens say wrong?
But you know why? Quick. You know why?
Why?
Because nobody is going to stream the Sukihana song. More people are going to be watching the coverage of the little videos I took on Miami than whatever video that's going to drop. You know what I'm saying? Like the clip, whatever y'all going to eat off this little viral clip is what y'all going to eat off with. But listen, what I'm saying about Candace Owens hangs out with more powerful people that can dictate the destiny of black people. So that's why people are more on her bumper than Sukihana.
Because they know
we
don't
care about
paying no attention to Sukihana.
Right. We don't care about a sewer rat and somebody in the gutter twerking like white people. We don't even see that.
There you go. So she getting in the way. Go back to what I'm
We
saying.
don't care
She
who's
in the way from y'all getting a pat on the back
who's twerking
from
in,
the white
listen,
people. That's why y'all like.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. We on a plantation, right? Me, you, and Tay on the plantation. Do we care more about the mammy twerking in the chicken coop in the plantation, or are we more worried about? Are we more worried about the mammy in the house with Mass in them, telling them how we conversating and telling them her perspective on us in the house? Who we more concerned with? We not concerned with mammy twerking in the chicken coop.
Candace Owens is out here on public platforms, just like black people.
But just like you said, when I said it, you knew it was a good point, because Candace Owens is in political spaces that can dictate the policies that get put in place.
But she's trying to get the real. She's fighting against the Democrats that trying to get these fake, quote unquote, trying to get these fake issues done. She trying to say, no, black people need this, black people need that. And she really, I mean, she not saying it nice way. I don't mean to go like that, but I'm just saying,
no, but
we got more smoke for Candace Owens.
But we have more smoke for Candace Owens, because we're going to put a microscope on you when you elect to do business with controversial white people as a black person, just like we did Kanye West and everybody else. Nobody's exempt. As a black person that is, I guess, a highly bright individual, and you choose to be a tool for white supremacist talking points, naturally black people are going to be more critical of you, because instead of you using your intellect to get around black people and have these same talking points, you sit around white people and use their talking points to give your talking points to them to justify certain racist things that we know and move the goalposts around because it's a black woman saying the same thing. Now we have a black face to the white rhetoric. That's the issue compared to Sukihana, who you can't even get 1 million views on your goddamn video if you was out there giving head. So
but
you literally have to show your titties
is more dangerous, because she's the one that is actually giving the fuel to the white people to say, see, this is what we talking about. See, and then when black people come out soft shoeing like Lil Mama did, black people are, and then she took it down because she's like, yo, I didn't want to offend what?
There's
she
white
looking
Suki,
crazy.
there's white
you
Suki.
Don't care about offending Candace Owens.
But listen, there's white Sukihanas out here too. We're just not in the white culture to where. But Mo Facts, you got a good point, because I especially with J Doug, what you're saying is that they're more like Sukihana is closer to the everyday black girl to influence them.
Yeah, so they saying, yo, look, we right about how they act. This is what they think. They don't care about what they say they care about. They're contradicted. So you do have some decent black people that's fighting for the right stuff, but we saying, look at y'all people. This is what y'all people
but
y'all don't condemn it. So y'all,
but this is a good debate and conversation. Who is more dangerous to the black community, a Sukihana or a Candace Owens?
Suki, that is a great. Can you put like one of them those polls in there? That is a great question.
Who's more dangerous to the black community? If you think it's Sukihana, put a 1 in the chat. If you think it's Candace Owens, put a 2 in the chat.
Ooh, that is great.
You know what? Hold up.
You
know who it is? I know who it is straight up. It's Suki. And the reason why I'm gonna tell you why. Because
what was 1 again? I'm so slow. 1 for who?
1 was Sukihana.
Okay.
2 was Candace Owens.
Oh, thank you. But y'all got more smoke for Candace Owens though.
Go ahead,
exactly.
That's because Suki is within the everyday public eye of like all kinds of people, who have been like indoctrinated to think how they feel about black people, or black people as a whole, and how they act. Whereas Candace Owens, she's more of a martyr than anything, and she's just a face. And those white people in those positions have already made up their mind about black people, what they're gonna do. And Candace Owens isn't gonna sway it in a positive direction or in a negative one.
Bro, that's all I've been trying to say. White people is not finna stop being white.
Hey, that was like a long drive putt right there, G. It was like, you know what, Tate? Yeah.
The white people is not finna
Tate
stop.
Put a nice bow on it. Tate just put a nice bow on it.
That's all y'all want is a nice bow. I know it, but I don't got no nice bow for you. I'm gonna wrap the damn gift and give it to you. Throw it in your lap. Yeah, it's a ball, nigga. You ain't wrap it too good.
Hey man, that was a good point though. But And honestly, Sukihana.
Oh, fast say, who would you rather live next door to? Candace Owens all day. Any day of the week. I live in a trailer home next to Candace Owens.
Why would you want to live next to Sukihana?
Bro, for real. Kids gonna be all in the front yard.
She say she cooked for men on Sundays. Neck bones, collard greens, mac and cheese, yams.
You don't never know who your neighbor gonna be because the nigga gonna be constantly changing. So it's gonna be one nigga moving in, then gonna be another nigga, then this nigga dealing dope, the nigga in front of your house serving.
Got a nice lawn.
Yo, you know she got a nice lawn in that gay
So why
community.
that go back to my question, Tay? Why do black people got more smoke for Candace Owens than they got for Sukihana? With Sukihana, according to every black person in this chat, is the real problem. Because that's what's holding black people back. Because guess what? When you got the Sukihanas of the world, that's when you get the white people feel like, yo, I don't care this bitch on the court, Angel Reese, and she did this beat my people. I didn't look at them all as a piece of shit. And that's the mind, that's the fuel in their mind they need to say stuff like that, bro. But if you eliminate that and they say, yo, those people is decent people on and off the court, then it's like, yo, I respect them overall. Because it's like black people already know black people good at sports, bro. But it's like, yo, is y'all taking care of y'all family? Is y'all taking care of y'all communities? Do y'all got y'all women in order? That's what people on the world scale look at. Nobody in the world scale look at, oh, these niggas can play good basketball. Nobody ain't gonna do business. When Africa look it up, they like, yo, black people don't believe in family. When people like India, Arabs, and all them other countries, Asian country, when they look it up, they say black people don't care about family. The black woman could just do whatever she want. You got the black man walking up the street like this here with the woman. You know what I mean? This is what the world see. This is what the world see. And then when you see no black people coming out and saying, yo, this ain't us. This don't represent us in the league, you cancel. No, we canceling Candace Owens. Somebody who trying to actually give us some useful information. No, we canceling people like that. But Sukihana got free range to pillage the black community, do whatever she want, and this is no. This is who black people is. And we try to get away from that. We try to act like, oh, I got a degree now, I'm not that. No, you ain't finna speak out about that because you agree with it in your heart. You know, this is who FBA is. This is what we are. This is what we are, and if we're not gonna change this, we ain't gonna never get no respect overall. They don't care about us knowing how to dribble a ball because they know once we lead the game, this is who we is.
J Doug, you did that. You was on point.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, so what you're saying is, as long as you are subscribing to group thought, you can be as degenerate as you want. But the minute you start trying to think outside the box or tell niggas what they don't want to hear, don't matter if you are the most decorated, highly official, most intelligent nigga in the history of niggerdom, you will be ostracized from the community because you trying to tell niggas something that we didn't already agree as a group to be a part of.
But think about it like this. Black people didn't even like your boy name once he said, yo, I'm down with Trump. Ben Carson, the smartest black person we got.
More facts. Yeah,
we didn't even want to fuck with him when he said, oh, I'm with Trump. We were ready to throw him away.
Well, Ben Carson isn't really intellectual.
Ben Carson, his intellect.
A doctor, bro.
Yo, yeah, you can be good with your hands and you can process and regurgitate surgical information, but actual talking about policy and government.
Listen to a rapper talk about policies, literally, and take that serious, bro.
Who you talking about?
Black people overall. We will listen to an athlete and a rapper.
But guess what? You know what's crazy about athletes and rappers? Mm-hmm. They were more articulate. We have certain rappers and athletes who are more articulate in politics and policies than Ben Carson when he was going on these debates. Ben Carson sounded like he was high on Percocets, allegedly, trying to tell us about his vision for America. And it was like, dude, sit down. You sound like you were two cocktails away from Herschel Walker.
Yeah, I feel I want about Herschel Walker. That's a way.
Oh my God.
Yeah, say Cardi B talked to Joe Biden. Yeah, black people take that stuff serious. We don't protest stuff like that. But that's what I'm saying. We have to clean up from the inside out. We can't go out of our mess and try to tell other people how to treat us or how to view us. You can't make people view you in a certain way unless you is projecting that and it's undisputable.
One more time for the viewers, you know what I'm saying? People came in late, you know what I'm saying? We got the Pine Green Off-White, you know what I'm saying? 2019, you know what I'm saying? Nike Dunks.
Oh my
You know what I'm
God,
saying?
what
I really
But, you know,
need you to start doing your sneaker reviews though. For real, Jay.
you know what I'm saying? We teasing it now. You know what I'm saying? We got the Off-White hang tag. You know what I'm saying? We teasing it now, bro. Because like what I've been kind of noticing that I got like a handful of sneakers that don't even really have like good in-depth reviews. So we're gonna start doing a lot of stuff on the channel. Like I said, now we got the spot. You know, we got a lot more room to start creating content and just being up here for a couple hours and just kicking up stuff. Like J Doug's pulling up tomorrow again, and we're gonna be doing some content that we're gonna start dropping. So. I just like to, experiment on live shows and just get, some reactions, even when I did that strawberry biscuit on Popeyes. Matter of fact, if you haven't seen that video, Tay, you're in Louisiana, so like you should easily be going to a Popeyes to get your strawberry biscuit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, there's one down the street from my office, so I'm gonna go tomorrow.
Hey, I heard Popeyes got breakfast down there.
Here in Louisiana?
Yeah.
I've heard that, but I haven't had it yet. Damn, that's crazy.
Listen.
I have one literally right across the street from my house too.
Yeah, we need to check it out. So I did a strawberry biscuit review for the Popeyes biscuit, and that got over like 1,100 views. So go ahead, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Like that. Go back and watch that, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you know how it tastes. It was great. It was awesome. It was about like a good 7 out of 10. It wasn't like the best thing in the world, but it was pretty quality. So the next topic, what we got next, man? We got next coming up on this show because that Sukihana topic was, it's kind of
that shit got me thinking. I'm gonna be thinking about what J Doug said for a couple days.
That's how I wanted to just sit on you, man. I want that to what my boy Country Rain say, sizzle in your spirit.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, man, that shit was kind of crazy, dude. Like
but that was a good question for the boy Jay, and that brings a lot of perspective to what the conversation was. Who is the worst for the community? And I didn't even think about it like that, but
yeah,
people spoke, and that, like you say, that gives you something to think about.
It really does, man.
It really does. What's your face mom coming out? This is the last topic. BTB, Savage mother speaks out after his murder to news report, and she seems like she got smoked with Vlad too, bro.
Yeah, as she should. As she should. And my
I don't know if I heard about this.
Yeah, we can go ahead and play the clip. Because the guy, okay, we covered him last week. The BTB, the rapper who went on Vlad TV. Vlad aired the interview like Monday, and the guy died like Thursday or Friday. And in the interview, Vlad was pretty much just asking about how he killed the guy who tried to rob him in his home. And kind of just put that story out in the national spotlight, and the guy got killed. Said 3 days later, and I think his mom is kind of blaming Vlad for even putting out the interview, and putting the spotlight on the initial situation that her son defended himself and had to murder. Well, he didn't murder. His girlfriend had to kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? And he ends up getting his bin Swiss cheesed up and dies laid out. It's not like he was doing like he was making snow angels. So we're gonna go ahead and play the mother speaking out.
Gunned down near River Oaks behind the wheel of a car riddled with bullets. The mom of 26-year-old rapper known as BTB Savage tells ABC 13 that was her son. Bernita Ward says her son's online persona isn't how she knew him.
I'm not one of those parents who try to cover up, whatever their children's lifestyle is.
To her, he was just Darrell Gentry, his legal name. He served in the military for 4 years and was a father to a 4-year-old son. That's who she says she's most proud of. In February, Ward says her son thought he was going to be featured in a song, his rapping career starting to kick off. Instead, she says a group showed up to his apartment in San Antonio and tried to rob him. Earlier this week, the rapper did an interview with Vlad TV describing how he fought off the would-be robber, instructed his girlfriend to shoot him, and then left him to die. When the interviewer asked if he was concerned about retaliation, he said, quote, "They might do what they do, but I'm going to get active. That's all that is." On Thursday, he posted on social media standing in the middle of a bloody crime scene. Hours later, Houston police say he was shot in a drive-by shooting.
I said, take that off of social media. I said, let this family mourn in peace. But they were was taunting my son, telling him that they were going to kill the family, that they were going to make his mama cry, like my son made his mother cry. And I told my son, don't respond. But their family member came to rob my son.
Now she's forced to mourn the loss of her son, who she tried desperately to keep out of danger.
So the moral of this story to me is that two mothers lost two amazing sons, and that their children will be raised.
How you go from the military to trapping and shooting niggas?
A sad thing.
And only one mother lost her amazing son. The other guy who died was
the other one ran up on him to rob him.
Yeah,
and it sounded like he got set up too.
Respectfully speaking.
Yeah, I think it's a horrible situation, especially first of all, the kid BTB has to own some accountability. It's not victim blaming, but you're relatively young. How you go from and people say he was one of the military kids, got the money, the military for a minute, and came out here. But you just come in, retire. You know what I'm saying, in your 20s, come out, had a bag. He started scamming too, and just started cosplaying a lifestyle that he wasn't accustomed to. And stuff like this happens because you're not built and you're not bred from that. Like, you came from a good home, mother loved you, and this wasn't your culture. And
you ain't moving like you was in there.
Right. And then we got to blame Vlad too, because Vlad preying on, unknown rappers on the cusp who, maybe have these local stories or whatever. You find out about it. You make a local story, worldwide, viral moment. This young kid, all the clout's coming to him. He posts a picture, same picture Vlad had, and not 96 hours later, he's dead. He's shot to death. You can't absolve Vlad for anything, because I guarantee you, if Vlad didn't post that video and do that interview, that kid, I'm not saying he would be like alive. He could have got killed 3 days later or whatever. But you can't say that video didn't expedite or didn't heighten the risk of that kid's life. And Vlad gets somebody who's been in this industry for so long and knows consequences of his video, especially when you want to directly talk street shit and things that can incite violence on the people that you're interviewing. You should know better, and you should see what's coming around the corner when you do this. You can't play dumb. You can't try to absolve Vlad to play dumb because he's white, because he's not stupid enough not to know how to orchestrate himself in his culture. So he can't be stupid enough not to know when he sent people up for violence or criminal investigations.
No, you're right. You're definitely right. Vlad TV do hold a lot of responsibility, but just for BTB, rest your soul, bro. But you got to be kind of slow not to be able to hide from some niggas in the hood. I can hide from niggas in the hood. Now, you may not be able to hide from white folks, because white folks got connection. They'll find your black ass where they need to find your black ass. But you can hide from some niggas in the hood, BTB. He could have did a Vlad TV interview, got off the scene, told his mama, yo, mom, you may have to move out your address for a minute, get your stuff off paperwork. Could have did something with the police. See, all this, I don't want to cooperate. I'm going to handle it in the street. No, you could have cooperated with the police and got these people who were sending you threats online, because this was 2 months ago before he got killed. The murder took place. You could have got with the police and said, yo, these people are threatening me. You should have turned those people over to the police. You should have asked the police for a new identity, because people are threatening you. And then you should have got off the scene, wherever your mom was at, because the mom was living in Las Vegas, per reports. So his mom was trying to get him to come to Las Vegas. She said he was on the way to the airport when they caught him lacking.
Damn, you serious?
That's what she said. In a report I read earlier today.
Damn,
so
that's crazy.
So he was 2 months too late, but black people, start working with the police. Other black people don't love you. If another black person talk about they gonna kill you, believe that. Take that threat serious, black people.
Take that shit to the police, J-Dub.
Take that if you want to live. When other black person say I'm gonna kill you, you run up on me like Tatstone told Troy Ave. Tatstone told Troy Ave, yo, you come up on me, I got the blammer. I don't care how many dudes you got.
J-Dub
he should have took that serious.
Okay, I'm cool. Doing all that I can.
Yeah.
All right, J Doug.
Man, I'm going to the police. If you
J.
thought I
Doug said,
threatened
"I'm
me
just a young
online
black
and you
man
done
doing
came
all
to
that
my
I
house,
can."
bro,
If you
I'm not
threaten
handling
me-
myself. I need some white people.
Why?
Because that's the only thing black people listen to, bro. I'm not finna know, bro. Now, if I'm going against white people, I'm not going to run to white people. But if I'm trying to protect myself from some black people, I'm running straight to the white people.
So what you do is an age-old coon tactic. Is
That's not a coon
the first
tactic,
nigga to the
man.
white man wins. That's the type of mentality you got reaching out for a white man.
No, if y'all threatening me online, bro, I'm trying to live, bro.
I just want to live.
Florida boy Jay really ride around with the scrap. Hey, you know Florida got that new law.
Yeah,
we ain't
nigga,
got
you know what type of time
Florida
I'm
boy
on,
don't
nigga.
give a fuck. See,
No,
me,
hell
that shit. I
Yeah,
seen that
nigga.
shit. That shit goes
You know how I
what
give
in
it up?
June?
Yeah, need his gunshot
I don't
stick.
want my
Yeah.
mom on the news talk. Look, nah,
Nah,
I'm
mom
going
ain't
to the
gonna be on the
police.
news talking
We
about.
gonna change. My
talking
name gonna
about
go
me.
from Marcus Sanders to Tariq Nasheed, just
All
like
right.
that.
Oh, nah. Hey, what Kane said? What Kane said at Fat Burger? You trying to kick some knowledge? Hey, Doug, we supposed to be brothers.
Yeah, nah, I'm going to the police.
Nah, on some real shit though, Florida Boy J and J Doug, y'all niggas better be strapped up from now on when that shit goes into effect.
Oh, you already know.
That going to effect.
It's about to get
Like June
I think
1st.
June or July, but it's gonna get even crazier in that bitch.
Don't worry about what's going on there. You in Florida, Tay?
I was, but I'm gonna be coming back. I'll be back in April. I'll be back in May. I'll be back
I'm gonna
in
keep the pistol under the
June
seat. Sure.
and August. I'm gonna keep that bitch on me. Like
Yeah,
on me.
Yeah, but that I think about that is going to be dangerous is when you come in contact with the police, because they're gonna know everybody got a scrap.
So what you saying is that
it's already, but J Doug,
I can kind of see. I can see what J Doug is about to say.
It's gonna be more tense, bro.
What J Doug is saying is,
right.
I'm gonna lead this down to where we need to be. Right. I think what J Doug is saying is that because everybody is just gonna be running around here with a gun all willy nilly, that can heighten police violence within our community because they can just assume that everybody's got a gun and pretty much everybody will have a gun. And see, we run around here thinking, oh yeah, we getting around with guns. And honestly, what's really happening,
on a nigga.
Right, that's really what it is, because they just assume everybody will have a gun, and because we know everybody's gonna have a gun, all these jits, everybody, then we gonna have a gun. And then the person who's trying to protect themselves, it ain't gonna be differentiated from another motherfucker just trying to bust something out. So
these felons ain't gonna not have no gun. They gonna have a
gun. Honestly, what they're saying is that on the 1st of June or whatever that day is, I can walk in the gun store and buy whatever gun I want, whatever money I got, and then right when I put on my hip, we outie.
Oh, I don't got to do nothing. I don't got to wait for no background check. I
might
do
lying.
Background check.
You outie 5,000.
But like exactly with what you were saying just like a couple minutes ago though about how it'll be the niggas that come after you and kill you. Like I just feel like it's gonna be even more. It's gonna be intense across the board.
Yeah, we're gonna
the police. It's already been intense. You know what I mean? Now it's gonna be equally, if not equally, and more intense from both sides. Like you really gonna have to have full eyes in the back of your head. You know what I mean? Versus the two in the front type shit.
Yo, because you never know which way nigga coming, bro. You got the white man coming for you. You got the black man coming for you. I mean, not all. You can't be in the streets. But my boy, BTSG wasn't in the streets. He was BTB. He wasn't in the streets. He was just cosplaying. A nigga just came in and mowed him down. He was just trying to be a rapper. That was normal rappers doing.
Man, they deleted that nigga off this app called Earth.
Jesus.
Clocked him out. Right in the middle of his shift.
You say cop blew to me
right when he was about to get off for the day.
Black male
your simulation is up.
What nigga say you did not get extra life?
Yeah, I just think that's
wasted,
man.
Facts. Yeah, I think that's also the in a greater issue, kind of like the Sukihana culture, to where we glorify the negative things in our community to the point where we have a good, upstanding, young black man doing all that he can, going to the military, coming out of the military, then get into a life of crime, scamming, rapping and trapping. Now your girlfriend got to kill niggas in an apartment. You roll around in the white Benz off the military money in the and the scam finesse, and you get your Ben Swiss cheese because you campaigned so hard. You campaigned harder than Barack Obama his second term, and they finally elected your ass last goddamn Thursday night. You finally got elected. Congratulations, nigga.
But
Got JFK
look,
with the
BTSB
top
wasn't
up.
doing nothing. He was just trying to make some money. They should
No.
charge that to the game.
No, you should have. After y'all killed whoever, when they killed them, y'all should have moving out immediately. Y'all should have at least got the fuck out.
Hell yeah.
But
Got the fuck up out of there.
Who's worse for the black community, BTB or 6ix9ine?
Man, probably 6ix9ine because he has a bigger negative impact.
Still living. This is what I want to bring to black people realization.
BTB didn't know. Jim Blaine, come on, bro. You're making crazy at you're comparing goddamn Pete to the pears. Like, come on, man. Suki, I mean, not Suki, but 6ix9ine snitched on people, and he had a way bigger negative impact than BTB, who we just found out about last week on Vlad TV, and he got killed.
BTD, that's what I'm saying. For something way smaller, he dead, and 6ix9ine can sit around here and put like 10 niggas in jail, and he's still alive, flying money, doing his thing. Ain't no black people even tried. They tried to get Young Dolph twice, bro.
But BTB was out here cosplaying. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
6ix9ine was cosplaying.
Well, 6ix9ine, he was in the shit and had protection, and then when all the bullshit went down, he snitched out, and he got, 6ix9ine got his protection somewhat. I didn't see it when he got his ass jumped, but like that's why nobody rode on him for the longest time because he went to the feds.
Yeah, ain't
it'd
got
be dumb to try to run down on him.
Right.
Like
BTB was just another local rapper who thought shit was sweet, let people into his house. Luckily, he survived. And instead of surviving and moving out of San Antonio, you proceed to go on Vlad TV and do an interview and let that interview go viral before you and post a picture before you decide to leave town.
He didn't know what he was fucking with. And that's part of the cosplay.
This what Vlad is to blame, bro. Vlad knew. Because Vlad asked him.
We didn't know about none of that shit.
City? Yeah. Vlad should have told him, until you tell me you out that city and you're safe and those people can't get to you, I'm not going to post the interview.
No, I'm not going to do the interview. I'll give you incentive for safety. Move out and we'll do the interview. Because I don't want to put you at jeopardy for doing this. This interview isn't worth your life. So I think if you just move out, fly out, I know you're going to call in anyways. So you move out the city, let me know that, and we'll do the interview.
But this is what the mom said. They recorded the interview on the 17th. The interview ain't dropped to the 29th. He had ample time to move out. That's what I'm saying. Vlad should have did the interview and just said, yo, I'm not going to put it out until you tell me you in a space where you're untouchable.
I mean, Vlad probably did give him time after that interview. Like, bro, I'm not going to put it out tomorrow, but I'm going to give you like a week and a half to get your shit in order. Because once this drop,
we gotta get your shit in order.
Which is crazy too, because Vlad
this is what we need to see, and this is what Vlad need to show.
Yeah.
Is the money that you making off that video, is you giving it to his mom for the investigation? Are you giving that to a private
how you think Vlad?
You
know damn well Vlad ain't giving that money.
See, that's when you in violation.
Black families.
That's when you in violation. To me.
The other thing too, though, is Vlad has put niggas on game on interviews and been like, "Yo, like you need to be careful. You need to move a certain way or whatever." You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. I haven't seen the interview, but did y'all watch it? Did y'all see? Did he say anything like that to BTV whatsoever?
Yes, he asked him. He asked him, "Do you think they're gonna come back and retaliate?" He said, "Yeah, they probably is, but if they do, it is what it is, I'm gonna get active." Talking tough, bro. Black people need to lose, bro. Hey, we got to lose that tough bravado because really now we want to be tough and sensitive. We got to lose that tough bravado because, I mean, we can keep it, but only people killing each other is we is, so it don't really matter.
You want niggas to be on? You want niggas to be? Baking and praying.
I want you to be safe with your life, bro. I want you to live. I want you to just be cautious. It's like everybody could be touched. You don't want us to use that tough energy on each other. No, everybody could be touched. I want you to be realistic because that tough bravado, it blinds you from making real life actual decisions because you trying to prove tough to who? To some nigga that's probably gonna be dead when you get older. It's like, yo, bro, if you focus on getting old, Don't worry about if niggas whatever. If people think you tough, whatever. But and you dead 2 days later. Now people calling you stupid. It's
That's
just like
crazy.
the same people you were trying to look tough for is calling you stupid. That's why the streets, the whole black culture standards is a myth. This tough stuff get us in bad situations, and then when we do stupid stuff, the culture that was created around us, that same culture call us stupid. But that's the culture y'all created. We gotta be tough, even when people know that. Come on now, what you gonna do when niggas let them shots off? You one nigga.
Hey, that's why I say you should have got the fuck out of Dodge before Vlad even called your phone. You should have been on a plane in Nebraska.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time that story got to the news article, by the time the police would have came and cleaned, while the investigators would have been there cleaning up the dead body and putting the caution tape and getting statements, I would have been packing my shit.
I would have moved in a town where it's only white people.
Oh my God.
And when a black person come to town, I'm gonna know, okay, them niggas probably coming for me. It's not gonna be on no racist shit, bro. I just gotta move somewhere I know gonna be safe. So if I know, okay, damn, a black person coming, boom, they coming for me. I'm gonna
that nigga said I want to live in a sundown town.
Hey, bro, that would it take to save my life.
I don't live in a sundown town.
No, sundown town. You shit, way more at risk at that point.
Yeah, but J Doug, that's where J Doug want to go. That's where J Doug want to go. He said he don't want to be.
If I would BT,
he said
if I would
be
BTB
the
Savage.
So he said it wants to be the smallest amount of niggas that if any nigga drive through the city, he'd be the first one to give him a speed
First
ticket.
one to know.
And give him a speed ticket.
Hey, if niggas looking for me, if a nigga looking for me, bro, I'm not gonna be in a place where just black people around and then they see me. I don't know which one of these black people coming for me. That's dumb.
Well,
J Doug, you gonna have to worry about the white people and the black people in a sundown town, dog.
No, I ain't say sundown town, man. I'm talking like a little white suburbs, a LGBT community or something like that.
Why you want to live over there? Like it ain't violent over there. This nigga said I want to live in an LGBTQ community after I kill
a gentrified neighborhood. Let me say it like that. Well, I know, okay, boom. If it's a certain look, when they come looking for me, I'm gonna know.
I feel you.
BTB could have been low. Easy win.
All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this segment in this episode of Perspectives and Facts Podcast, episode 67. Gillie and Wallo, G-Check, Barstool, sports owner Dave Portnoy, when they really didn't G-Check them, all they really soft shoot, tap dance, did their best. Gregory Hines to make sure they keep their employment and their jobs. I was disappointed in Gillie, but Wallo, salute to Wallo, because I feel like Wallo had that on his heart and he got that message across versus Gillie, who, you know what I'm saying, you really should have stood tall and had something to say besides we love the white man and salute to Iowa.
Yeah, that's
Mr. All Lives Matter. Gillie once again folds in the face of black advancement.
I mean, some people just ain't with all the he got a biracial.
Hey, Black McCain said you want to be all up in them LGBTQ parties, man.
Hey,
listen, dog.
As long as I ain't got to worry about nobody, you know what I mean?
Listen, man. Black McCain, listen. J Doug said he don't want to be around niggas after 5 o'clock. So
on the group.
And yeah. Individually and maybe online, but nothing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, Gillie was bucking them eyes in the back. Gillie was definitely bucking them eyes, man. He was sitting in the back like that shit like a hostage video. That bitch like a hostage video, dog. Hey, listen, man, like I said, we about to sign out. Perspectives Facts Podcast. Like I said, we got the Nipsey Hussle was a legend debate clips that just dropped. So go ahead. We have part 1, part 2, and part 3 that dropped. So go ahead and subscribe and watch those, comment and share them. Put them on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Just share them. Send them to your mom, your dad, your dog, your brother. Send them to whoever. We have another episode. We're going to record, I think, Thursday, Friday. We're going to come back in here tomorrow, do some content. We're also going to be dropping some more clips. The episode 66 that we did with Sit Politic. On Saturday, we're going to be dropping the multi-angle episode, I want to say tomorrow. And I'm going to go ahead and send that probably to Star. I'm most likely send that to Star because I like the way it looks. I like the fact we did a collaboration and, it was a very quality episode. We're going to go ahead and push that.
Yeah.
And like everybody tapping in, like button salute. We are right before we get off. Let me check to official get you the official numbers. We are 79 subscribers away from 3,000. So go hit that subscribe button. We're 79 away from 3,000. Salute. You guys have a great night. Thank you for joining the show. Be safe. See you Thursday.